Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. What we're not going to teach you how to do today is hook up your lighting and camera properly, because somehow after 5.5 years I still don't have my act together here, but that's okay. We're improving slowly but surely. Pardon me. You know when you think you're ready and then you're not? How many times have our moderators had to listen to me say how many times I thought I was ready and I'm not ready? But that's okay. Juliet Edens, Coach Juliet Edens, is actually live right now. I hopped in there for a second about 20 minutes ago when I was starting to get ready for Superchat, and that wasn't planned. They just happened to be doing a kind of interview conversation right now. Coach Juliet Edens is somebody I'm still getting to know as a creator, and a channel I'm still getting to know. But they're going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, particularly when it comes to the idea of keto or carnivore type diets or lifestyles. And this creator obviously is doing some live streaming. We'll have a look at what they're doing right now. They got one set up for Sunday, so maybe we'll be able to see that as well. And you notice I set the notification for that. We set notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. Lots of guests on this channel we can see in the thumbnails here, actually, and like I said, I'm still learning. Shorts on this channel. I always laugh when I see overdone AI videos. I think it's the funniest thing. A lot of people making like themselves into those plastic dolls and superheroes and all kinds of different things, robots and whatnot. Coach Juliet Edens, look at some of these shorts videos doing really well. 9,100, 9,200 on that one, which is great to see. And then videos on this channel are pretty frequent, as you can see, almost daily, and putting out a lot of motivational content. I just watched this video literally like moments ago. I usually watch a video or two from every channel before they're featured on Superchat. This is our featured channel for today, which just means it's the first channel we're looking at. We'll get to as many as we can in the next 3 hours or so. But she does a great job. And you can tell the experience that this creator's got with both carnivore, keto, and other lifestyle and diet ideas like that, because of the humorous type of ideas that come through in a video like this. So I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos that they've got. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist that I've got with a fun name. I just use that to keep or get caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that kind of thing. And then, thank you everybody for coming in. Forgive my clunky beginning here. I literally thought I was ready to go and I forgot to put the lights on. I'm still struggling with getting the camera set up. I've changed systems so many times, but I think I finally found the perfect answer. And I don't know if everybody's seen this kind of thing. Let me see if I can pull something up here, just so we could talk nonsense before we get into channels for today. I wonder if anybody's seen one of these. I was looking at this today. I'm going to order one of these. I'm going to get it to come by tomorrow. But look at this. So what this does, here's a better look at a picture of it. Maybe I can get a good picture of one of these things. This here. So you see how it sits on top of your monitor, and then you could put stuff on there if you want to. My monitor is actually right under the hutch for my desk, so there's no room there. But the camera is way too close. I wish I could put it farther away, and I can't. I'm using a Logitech. I forget if it's a 720. I'll try to find that number for the next stream and let everybody know. But a shelf like this is a cool idea because it would allow you to take your camera, if you're in a situation like I am with this one here, and then just move it back a little bit and give yourself some pseudo zoom kind of idea, if that makes any sense. And yeah, the stream should be just fine right now. Canadian Family Life's in the house. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator. Oh, Scratch and PPA, you couldn't see that? Oh, please tell me my screen isn't frozen. Let me see if... Okay, maybe I can fix that. I didn't realize what Canadian Family Life was saying. Can I go to my history for that? Oh, not quite. Pardon me. I should be able to fix what I'm doing here. Or not. Oh, please, dear Lord, work with me and tell me that I'm not going to have a problem. And forgive me, I find that if I talk to inanimate objects, they often obey my command. Not always, though. And that's one of the biggest frustrations. But we'll see if this thing is going to come up. Oh, my dear goodness. Oh, what a wonderfully clunky beginning for today. I have to get this working, so I got to get you to bear with me for a second, because if I can't get it to work, then, okay, now it works, never mind. If I couldn't get that to work, we'd have to restart, and I don't want to have to do that. So for anybody that wants to know what on earth I was just doing, and I'll talk about this shelf thing in a second, this is Streamlabs Desktop. Works very much like OBS. The problem is I have two monitors hooked up. And right before we started, I switched monitors onto another computer. I have a PC that's running in the background, and I use it for crypto mining and other things. And I had switched my monitor to that. So the problem is when you're trying to do too many things as a power user, and like literally like switching your monitor, switching your input, switching all kinds of stuff, some of the stuff doesn't play nicely together. So what I had to do with my Streamlabs desktop, like OBS, I had to take my display, which is the rectangle that you see here. I know it's tough to see on a phone, but maybe you can see what I'm talking about. And you could do things like get rid of that, turn it back on, but that's my entire other monitor. So what I had to do, just so you know, for anybody that struggles with this kind of thing, I had to go back and reset what that monitor is drawing from. And that was what fixed the problem. So I thought I'd document that for everybody for a quick second. And then forgive my nonsense for today, but we're looking at this shelf. So you see what I'm talking about? This shelf hangs off the back of your monitor. I'm sure you could use it for a laptop too, depending on how you got it set up. But look at how cool that is, that you can put stuff right on top of your monitor if you struggle with space. So what I was describing is my monitors are under a hutch on my desk here, so there's no room. You can hear my hand hitting the thing. So I can't put my webcam the way that I want to. I do have this one hanging off the monitor, but it's a very low price. It's an affordable webcam. The other webcams that I have used, or that I still have, are too large to put where I want them. So the idea now is I'm going to get this shelf. It's like $12 Canadian or $13 or whatever you saw with taxes. It'll be 15 bucks or something like that. And that thing will allow me to move my camera back and give myself a fake zoom out, which is kind of really cool. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully by the next stream, maybe I'll have that set up and I'll get the lighting adjusted finally. But thank you everybody for your patience again. Coach Julie at Edens is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to see this channel before we started for today. And like I said, she's live. I was in there for a quick second. Of course, she had pleasant things to say about Tuber Chat, and I always appreciate that from everybody. Rare Commodity dropped a super chat while I was talking, so we will get their channel up on the screen right away. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get around to spinning the wheel. And pardon me while I get to the wrong channel here. I find that channels with special characters in their names or emojis sometimes don't come up in the search results right away. We've got to take them out while we're searching, and then Rare Commodity came up for us right away afterwards, which is kind of cool. Forgive me for all I've missed in the chat. I haven't read one thing yet, but I do appreciate everybody being in here. I do have a few names on the wheel. Scratch and PPA, Canadian Family Life, and Just Jason Keto are all up at the top of the wheel as beloved and dedicated moderators. Michael's Adventures is also here. He's going to drop a premiere right after Tuber Chat at 8 p.m. Eastern. Also, our dear friend Scott from Rambling with the Brooms is going to go live after Tuber Chat, so we're going to raid Scott, but we know that there'll be a few different things to watch right after Tuber Chat in 3 hours from now. Butler Family Farm, I did not forget to put you on the wheel today for once. And then Nikki Silver Stacker and Matt and Mouse are both there. Tim Mitchell is also on the wheel. He's gifting a handful of memberships again. He's done that countless times before, and thank you for that. Tim Mitchell, I will make sure that his channel gets up next. Because like I said, we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll start spinning the wheel. Create and Relate is also on the wheel. A Simple Family Lifestyle has been here from the beginning. Welcome to TNT. Family Show is in the house. Tiff's Take is here. Target Prime Rib. I actually saw them, you might have noticed their name in a thumbnail on the live streams on Coach Juliet Eden's channel just a moment ago. So that's really cool. There's Coach Juliet Eden. So thank you. Yeah, what I was describing earlier is the idea that when I feature a channel, which I try to do at the beginning of every stream, we've done that on and off over the last 5 years, but I do it every stream now to introduce everybody to a channel while we get started. I feature them in the thumbnail and this and that. But I try to watch a couple of videos before I feature the channel, even if it's just at the last minute, so that I can try to catch anything I don't already know, especially somebody, like I said, Coach Juliet Edens, I'm still getting to know as a creator. So I had a look at her channel, but because she was live, I went into the live stream. I was there for, 10 minutes, and then I went out, watched another video. You'll see, because I left you a comment. And then I was ready to start Tuber Chat for today. But thank you for coming in. And yeah, for most creators, it is a surprise. I really don't say much about it, but I do post the streams in advance. So if anybody wants to know when the next few Tuber Chat episodes are coming up, it's usually every 3 days. And I post them as far in advance as I can so that everybody can plan if they need to. Mary's Life Journey, good to see you here. Alex and Alex Wander, they're longtime friends. Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson is in the house. I saw Mark the Shark, earlier. Chef Zed's Kitchen is here with Joe Hupp. And Anfield Road Layout in the Loft and Twinbrook Acres is in the house. Good to see you here. I ran into them earlier today. And was that in Michael's Adventures earlier premiere? He's on twice a day now, actually. He drops a video at 3 p.m. and then again at 8 p.m. Fuzzy Adventures and More is in the house. And Scratch and PPA, my dear friend, of course, is up at the top of the wheel, like I said earlier. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I know I didn't do any introductions at the very beginning, and today is quite a disaster for getting our live stream started. But if you bear with me for the next 3 hours, like I said, we'll get to as many channels as we can. Life Between Worlds, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, they are in England, actually. That's great. This is when we most often stream. I'm lucky enough to be able to work full-time, and I have what most would consider a typical 9 to 5 Monday to Friday job, which I'm very grateful for. But often I'm able to actually be home a little bit earlier. I get up very early and start the day early, so I'm like long done by 5 o'clock, let's say. 5 p.m. Eastern is when we've been starting our streams lately. So for the most part, I'll keep them at this time, even though we change days. And then on the weekends, we won't be doing one this weekend. We'll be back on Monday. But next week, when we do another one, which will probably be on Sunday, we'll alternate back and forth between going earlier in the afternoon, which will be earlier for our friends in the UK as well, or earlier for everybody, let's say. But we'll move them around a little bit. We try to do that so that we can catch different people, give everybody a chance to catch these live streams, but I wouldn't recommend that for most channels. And it's only because Tuber Chat is a special channel that's meant only for YouTube channel owners. Let's just say we have very few viewers. We got a couple people hang out just because they like the community and listening to what we're doing, and they're supporters for sure. but it's 99% channel owners, let's just say. So I can experiment with things and change them around. Everybody can, you know what I mean? But it is almost always recommended to have a set schedule if you can, for consistency. And over the course of today's stream, for anybody fairly new, you'll hear stories that I tell about channels and understand why they're growing so fast and so strong and so solid. It's because of their consistency. Hooked by Blair is here. Relic Rat is back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Wilma2U1, good to see you in the house. They've started posting a few videos, but they've been a supporter for years. So that's an example. And I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend here. I don't expect anybody to be here for any amount of time. You know, we try to be here every 3 days. We've got friends that are able to come all the time. We got friends that can only show up once in a while. We've got friends that, you know, we haven't seen. And it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like as we continue our journey and follow dozens of other channels, maybe even hundreds eventually. So, Fever Dream Animation is in the house, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Nikki Silver Stacker, like I said, I've got you on the wheel. I know they said they're going to be at work, but I know you keep peeking in too. You did that the other day, and I appreciate that, so I'll make sure you're kept on the wheel. There's I Am Betty J Gathers. She is another beloved and dedicated moderator, and she is a member as well, so I'll put her on the wheel. Moderators and members are added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and I'll start spinning very soon. So, Rare Commodity is up on the screen. Thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. This is a channel I was talking about. I've only watched a couple videos so far, but this is really, really cool. And the last time I kind of mentioned the idea that as my son was growing up, he's, you know, almost 30 years old now, but he and I, in his young teenage years, we would watch that TV show Pimp My Ride, and we were completely enthralled with it. And this video reminds me of that. This video shows an example of some really like out of control work and customization on a vehicle here. I'm going to grab the latest video. I know this one's quite short. While we're connecting, we're usually looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer, and they've got a few more actual shorts on the channel as well. So when we look at these, we see some of them have done extremely well. My dear goodness, I think that, I'm not sure if that's the same car. A couple of them here, 3 of them at around 250,000 views, 244,000, 241,000. My dear goodness, one of them at 726,000 views. So that's fantastic, and great to see you doing so well so quickly. It probably is turning it's responsible for some of this channel's rapid growth. They're already working on 3,600 subscribers, which is great to see. Jesse Journals and Unboxes, good to see you in the house. I'm going to put you right beside Butler Family Farm because I want to celebrate the fact that I didn't forget to put either of you on the wheel today as soon as I saw you. Joy Joseph, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. So, thank you again, Rare Commodity, for another super chat. They did that last time. Tim Mitchell's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Jose Fantasticville, good to see you in the house. Thank you for listening in. And then thank you, Hooked by Blair. Yes, always good to know people are using their powers for good. 99 Midnight Gamer YT, good to see you in the house as well. Tim Mitchell is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He gifted a handful of memberships, and he's done that I don't know how many times. It literally is countless times, dozens of times. And absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. I know the recipients of those gifted memberships will be happy to have them. And Tim Mitchell actually does quite a bit of work on YouTube because he's got 3 channels to look after. One of his own. He's just posting here sporadically, but a lot of outdoor footage. Some shorts on the channel. Some of these have done well. A lot of creators do well with dash cam type footage. 1,500 views on one, 1,600 on another. And forgive me, on an unrelated note, Just Jason Keto, I saw the last couple of mornings, the Winter Festival of Lights is in like preview mode. I didn't know this. Kristen says they usually turn them on to get them set up a couple of weeks before the grand release, or I was going to say unboxing, on the reveal, or whatever we want to call it. You know what I mean? I think about that because I'm talking about outdoor footage and the fact that I'm driving. Just Jason Keto's only a couple hours away from me, and he's filmed the Winter Festival of Lights in Niagara Falls before. So Tim Mitchell is also doing some live streams. I haven't caught you for quite a while. It's been about a month. This week, I think I didn't have any early days that I could think of, maybe Tuesday, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon. And Tim Mitchell's usually on the road for these live streams, but does a great job of keeping up with the chat while he's doing that. Now, I mentioned the fact that this creator is doing quite a bit of work because they got 2 other channels to look after. And then, oh yeah, Tim Mitchell, yeah, iPhones don't allow that kind of thing. Yeah, but here, absolutely unnecessary, always. I do appreciate it, of course, but I never want anybody to feel obligated, you know, especially even though you've done that before. It's not expected, just so you know. And then let's have a look at Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. I think I missed you this Sunday too, right? Did you go on this Sunday? They're on every Sunday night. Yeah, I missed it this time. It's like right at my bedtime, and I don't know what it is about this week. I have been like in bed, almost snoring before 9 p.m. Most days. And I have a feeling today's going to be the same thing. Hopefully I'll catch them again for this. Now, I'll start with the live streams on this channel. Now, Tim Mitchell produces the videos and live streams on this channel, and another one I'll show you. This is featuring Chef Cv. You see the handle right there. She's going to help us navigate the kitchen on this channel, not just with dishes and meals, but also with navigating some of the different appliances we might find in bakeware and cookware and things like that. She does a real, you're making me laugh with the title here, The Struggle is Real, because I know what they're doing on this channel with these live streams. This mystery wheel of misfortune, pardon me, the glorious colorful wheel like we have here on the screen, viewers are able to help contribute to the ingredient list, which is essentially what the wheel is. So spoiler alert for everybody. And then they're going to spin the wheel, and Chef Cv's going to be left to make whatever comes up, and it can turn into some interesting combinations. They do that every week on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,200, 1,300 views. I think at least one of these, if not both, are still getting views. And they've got lots of videos on the channel as well. This is where we get to see what Chef Cv is going to do in the kitchen for us. And then if you dig back a couple of months, you'll find a video that actually describes the story of Tim Mitchell and Chef Cv together. There it is right there. 3 months ago. Longer than I thought. 3 months already. And then the unofficial, official, off-topic squirrel is a complimentary channel, and this is where we get a little bit more of a behind-the-scenes look at Chef Cv, not only in the kitchen, but sometimes, and then otherwise out on adventures or giving us a story to be told, and then shorts on the channel as well, feature more variety. 1,000 views here, 1,200 views on another one, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel. They typically do these once a month. They could bring out one as a surprise as well. They're often playing Cards Against Humanity. And then this creator is over 100 subscribers on the second channel, which is great to know. And Tim Mitchell, thank you again for the gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, but it's time to spin the wheel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. It's been a long time since Trouble Von Cuddlepuss made a cameo appearance on Superchat. Here, look at the green light, Trouble. There you go. What a good boy. He was snooping around here, so I thought I'd bring him up for everybody to see for a second. I know the camera is terrible. I have to change the green screen effect there, and haven't done that yet, but I'll try to clean that up over the next couple of weeks. I'm actually not using a green screen. You might find it interesting to know that what that is a new-ish feature that's part of Streamlabs Desktop, where it's giving the effect of a green screen without the green screen behind me, which I did use for like 5.5 years. I have a wonderful green screen that's still in perfect shape and I love it, but it's not necessary for what I'm doing right this second. And then if you see Amy K is here, Just Jason Keto is coming up. I just watched his Kale Chips video, another collaboration, and he's mentioning that like they're always looking for more creators to be involved. If you want to get involved in collaborating in some of these cooking challenges, Just Jason Keto is always going to do things that are healthy or keto based, let's just say, or things that fit into a keto based diet or lifestyle. But lots more creators are invited, and I think it's the more the merrier over there. And then collaborating is one of the biggest things you can do to grow your channel rapidly. And actually, Gail's Health Journey is in the house. That's Gail's Southern Living. She's had a few channels. She's changed things up over the years, but she's been with us for like 5 years now. And she's known as a force when it comes to the idea of putting some of these collaborations together. She's been known to have dozens of creators getting together. And then Vintage Style by Joe, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Driving Daily is here as well. Yep, Just Jason Keto's been he's a beloved and dedicated moderator now, and has been for about a year, if I remember right. But also is one of our longest standing members. Most of our moderators are. You see that I am Betty J Gathers as well. And I appreciate that, of course. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Now, Just Jason Keto as well, and forgive me if I've run off on a tangent there. I tend to do that when I talk too much. Broke but Bountifully Blessed Carol is in the house. I know you've been here, I think, since the beginning, actually. I'll get you on the wheel. And Himani. When I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but if I say Munjaro Journey India, just please let me know if I'm getting that incorrect, but it's good to have you here. And Just Jason Keto, like I said, is known not just for recipes, though. He does have hundreds of recipes, including probably over 100 chaffle recipes by now. That's a popular snack or meal component when we're thinking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He also does a lot of product reviews, and some of those are of things we might find in a grocery store or health food store marketed towards a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He can help us understand the ingredients, but he also does traditional product reviews of devices like this ice cream maker, or he did not too long ago the Dash Minis that he makes the chaffles with. Barbecue is something he revisits every year, something like vacuum sealing, let's just say. He's also been known to head out literally hundreds of miles away to get informative content from other influencers when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle, places like Ketopalooza here. Or once in a while, he brings a little bit of variety. He'll unbox a GoPro if it's appropriate. He brings out a hummingbird video every year. He'll visit the Winter Festival of Lights. This is what I was talking about in Niagara Falls, which is a glorious, beautiful display. And then He's got a ton of guests that join him on his channel, and that can be either talking keto or just about anything at all. Jason's always thinking about new ways to mix up the content for his audience. So it could be Jason himself. He could have a guest with him. Rock and Coach Jamie was on there recently. Kendra from Consume the Goodness was on there recently. Jason typically is live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. And then whether it's him or whether he's got a guest, he's got a vibrant community that helps with questions and comments when we have them in the chat. Once in a while, he does something a little bit different as well. He might do a cook-along live stream, even with a multicam setup, or he might do a homestead hangout where he'll introduce us to some of his friends on YouTube. I think that's where we first met Matt and Mouse that I was talking about earlier. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto. We see he's over 6,700 subscribers right now. He's got shorts on the channel as well, and these give us a bit of a hint about healthy looking grilling shorts. Some of these have gotten into 4,000, 5,000, and over 6,000 views now. One of them, which I've seen, over 22,000, and I promise you that one's worth watching. So I hope everybody will check that out when you get to the channel. And it's a traditional short, so I think it's only 15 seconds long. And then let's spin the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Just Jason Keto is here. Madam Mouse, I think, is coming up. Did I get that right? Spinning the wheel? Yes. I haven't cleared the wheel from the last live stream. Let's see what Matt and Mouse has got going on. I was just mentioning them because of his homestead hangout. I just watched one of their videos right now. And that's one thing I hadn't thought of. Because I've been whining and complaining about the internet here for a while. We had to get a new modem and router the other day. Like, it's one piece, but you know what I mean. And it was such a headache because we've been through this many times. So I'm starting to think about alternatives. We're probably going to switch ISPs soon and go with a smaller company that hopefully actually cares. And forgive my sarcasm, but you know what I mean. When these companies get so big, and in Canada, our cell phone and internet and cable companies have this, like, it's not quite a monopoly, but it's the next thing to it. So they don't have to care. Kristen called the other day, and forgive my rant about it, but she called the other day to ask about having the service, like, can we get a new modem? What do we have to do? And when she's asking about the modem and the router, it was a headache to get like any kind of progress happening. But as soon as she said, we're just going to probably cancel the service, they gave the phone number to cancel right away. Well, if you'd like to cancel, here's the number. It's like, how is that a retention department? How is that customer service? Why aren't you even trying to keep somebody? And it's because as much as we'd like to believe our $100 a month or whatever it is matters to them, it really doesn't. You know what I mean? Not when Canada's got, 40 million people now, and, everybody's got to get their internet off one of the 2 or 3 companies. So, you know what I mean. Be Amazing Sylvia, I'm so happy to see you in the house right now. I'm going to play a clip from Be Amazing Sylvia's interview with me. It's still upcoming. And forgive me, I use every excuse in the book, but I still haven't finished editing. Be Amazing Sylvia joined me for a series, and forgive me, Matt and Mouse, we're still going to talk about their content. Be Amazing Sylvia joined me for a interview series where we talk about how to get over 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel, and she's long past that now. But when we filmed, our internet connection was so bad, and hence I'm talking about the internet connection again. And what happened is all the audio is off from the video. So if you're watching it, it's so annoying because you see us talking and the audio's not matching. But it's not like traditional simple moving the audio a little bit and it all matches for the whole hour and a half we were talking. I have to edit like every little piece. So that's my excuse, but I'll try to get it out as fast as I can. I'll show everybody a piece of that soon. But Be Amazing Sylvia has been with us since just about the beginning of Tuber Chat, actually 5.5 years ago. Spirit in the Sky Blue, good to see you in the house. Judgment Day, Mike Harper is here. Miss TT Mix Vlogs, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I think that's a little bit of a name change there, but it's good to see you back. Michael's Adventures, yeah, I was thinking about that today. We're at 997 subscribers on our copyright-free music channel right this second. And I do have to start thinking about getting those live streams happening a little more frequently. I know we did one a few weeks ago, and for anybody that hasn't seen it, you can go over there and see a bunch of like live stream replays. But all the music you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is copyright free, and we have a separate channel for that as well. The music's available everywhere. It's on Spotify and Deezer and Amazon and YouTube Music and Google and iTunes and everywhere. Excuse me, it's even there when you're making Instagram Reels and TikTok videos and YouTube Shorts and things like that. But thank you for asking. Michael's Adventures, and I will try to get a plan together for that. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life has been here for a while now. Jeremy D-Day is in the house. They also happen to be a member, so I'll get them on the wheel. Be Amazing Sylvia, I'm not going to put on the wheel because I'm actually going to show her channel when I play that clip in another 5 minutes or so. Palazzo Place, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They're in Florida. And Matt and Mouse, forgive me. So this is a channel I was taken away with right away. And we were first introduced to them, I believe, about just over a year ago with Just Jason Keto when he did his Homestead Hangout special live stream. And he brought 3 different channels of homesteaders onto his own channel to introduce everybody to their content. And I thought that was really cool. And right after that, I think Matt and Mouse started coming into Tuber Chat. And then when I got over and saw their channel, now you look right away, and I'll show you the thumbnails here. You see they're doing a great job, right? Really good presentation. The thumbnails are nice and bright. I know there's more to it than that, but it is important, right? And then they have a wonderful back and forth between the two of them, actually. And it seems they share the camera work and this and that. But I just watched this video. Now, forgive me, because I'm saying I watched it. I really did skim over it because I was getting ready for Tuber Chat while I was watching it. But I almost fell off my chair laughing at the end because of the way that they describe how they're going to have to get a clear view of the sky. And forgive me, that's what got me into this whole internet speech anyway. When I was watching this video, I forget about that. So we're thinking about changing ISPs here. My next step will be to think about Starlink, because I know our friend Two Pineapples uses it. They're at 23,000 subscribers now, by the way. They hit it yesterday. And then Lou loves it. For those of you who are familiar with Two Pineapples as a channel, you'll know what I mean. But they take it on the road so that they can bring their high-speed internet with them everywhere. And he says he loves it. So I think about that, but I have to remember, because Matt and Mouse talked about it, you have to have a clear view of the sky. And they got a bit of property there. They've got a little bit of distance between their cabin and the water. So whether it's good, I won't spoil what the alternatives are, but I'll leave it to everybody to hopefully watch that video and see why I'm laughing about it. But they do a really good job on this channel. Now, not to mention they have a website, and that's all professionally done and everything as well, it looks like. So Matt and Mouse are taking their channel and business of their channel very seriously. They're fellow Canadians. And the cabin that they have is what drew me in at first. 149 square feet, but they make it just the most cozy, beautiful thing. And I'm always attracted to things like this. Most people can tell I'm an indoor guy. But when it comes to tiny homes and cabins and cottages and things, I'm completely taken away with that kind of thing. And they do a fantastic job. And they show you all the different things that go into their off-grid living situation out there when they're at the cabin, let's just say. And then I see they've got some members only content too coming out now, which is cool. They've got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 1,600, 1,700 views, which is great. And then live streams on the channel as well. Now, I missed the one they did a month ago and the one they did a year ago. That's the one that they did with Just Jason Keto. So I was on his channel, I believe, for that. So yeah, I think I actually watched that after. I don't think I was there for the live stream, and I can't remember for the life of me now. But this is a cool feature that StreamYard actually came out with, what is it, like a year and a half ago now, or 2 years ago, where everybody was able to stream out to their own channels. That's really cool. But hopefully I'll catch you for another one. And then we always have our notification bells on for every channel to give us the best chance of catching each other either way. Robert Mac Media, good to see you in the house. Rushing when Mountain is here. Izzy Pop is in the chat. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. And we're going to look at Create and Relate, who is dropping a super chat right this second. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I'll get the, pardon me. We'll get the wheel spinning again in another few moments, I'm sure. Izzy Pop is dropping a super chat as well, so thank you for that. Izzy Pop's done that countless times before, so has Create and Relate. And then we'll get to, like I said, as many channels in the next 2 hours and 15 minutes or so as possible. Poetic Tears, good to see you in the house. Forgive me for all I'm missing in the chat. I have seen almost nothing today, and I don't know why I'm seeing less in the chat than I usually do. I keep a window beside me here that you can see, but I think I'm just doing so much talking today. And yeah, it's interesting, Just Jason Keto. The way that they went about their upgrade, StreamYard, I'm sure everybody's heard enough of this, but the way that StreamYard went about raising the price on everybody, it was unexpected. And that's one of those things where it's like, well, you should have read the fine print. I didn't even realize I was overpaying it for 2 months. What I do with StreamYard, I do love their service, right? I know it's the most popular on YouTube for doing these panels, at least in our community. But I will pay for it and then cut it off if I don't need it. So I use it for our interviews, and then I don't use it anymore. I did the first, I don't know how many episodes of Tuber Chat, 50 episodes or something, with StreamYard. You can go back because they're all still there, right? All 882 of them. But some of the first ones, all the first ones were done with StreamYard, and then I switched to OBS and StreamYard or Streamlabs desktop afterwards. Speaking of which, let's see if they're working. And then, yeah, it'd be amazing, Sylvia. I think what they should have done is warn everybody somehow. But what they did, and for anybody that hasn't seen it, what happened is they just simply like doubled the price on everybody and then added in a level that you could downgrade to, if I understand that right. And that was a really horrible way to do business, because it's not an inexpensive service either. Isn't it like $30 a month or something? I'm in Canada, so it might sound more expensive than it actually is. But still, you know, how many services are we paying for? I pay for TubeBuddy. I pay for YouTube Premium. I pay for StreamYard when I need it. I pay for Streamlabs so much. You know, I've paid so much for Streamlabs that they actually sent me the t-shirt. For real, I'm not kidding. And it's funny how time flies. You don't realize how quickly 4 or 5 years goes by. And then you realize, wow, it's probably been $1,000 in streaming services over the last many years. But well worth it. You know, we couldn't do what we're doing without it. It's just that when you start pumping it up to, like, yeah, Be Amazing Sylvia says $44 now American, that would work out to about $60 Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. And then, Izzy Pop says it's only 20 hours a month for the basic level. Yeah, see, Tuber Chat in the very beginning, we were only doing streams of an hour, right? I think the first few streams were an hour. It got to an hour and a half before I changed it. And that was probably half the reason too. Oh, they charged an expired card? So Tim Mitchell, it's interesting that you say that, because I think that's something that I've only recently realized is possible, is that these companies, when we give them our credit card, they're able to continue charging even if the card has changed. Because I had a disaster a few weeks ago where I had a scam, and they ran $400 on a credit card. And it was really weird to me because I had just made a payment on the card like that day or the day before. And so I locked down the card right away. You could do that with an app. I called as soon as I could. Just a few hours later, I was like, hey, that wasn't me. That's a scam and whatever. And it was fine. The company took care of everything. They were like, we're going to change your card. We'll send you a new one. And don't worry about it. You'll get the money back in 30 days. I did have to wait the 30 days, but it came back as it's supposed to. And then I noticed, you have to go back. You have to change every company that you're paying things for. That's why I like PayPal, because then you don't have to. You could change your credit card in PayPal, and then you don't have to worry about it. And actually, you can cut subscriptions off in PayPal for all the things that the company doesn't want to let you cancel. PayPal says, nope, everybody can cancel right within PayPal. I love PayPal. I always have. But anyway, this is why I like that kind of thing, because you don't have to give your credit card to everybody. But it's interesting to know, and it's not financial advice, of course, as everybody says. But we have to beware that every time we're putting our credit card online or anywhere at all, some of these companies might still be able to charge the same account, even though your credit card number has changed, which I think is atrocious. It's like a disaster and awful, but that's the world we live in. So we have to be aware. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm 100% correct, but I think that might be what Tim Mitchell is kind of talking about as well. And then Judgment Day Mike Harper just dropped a super chat as well, so forgive me before I start building up a list again. Izzy Pop is coming up, then Judgment Day Mike Harper. Right, pardon me, right now we're looking at Create and Relate. And then we're going to talk about her content. Pardon me while I just grab a drink. Probably screaming at the camera again. Create and Relate is here with 620 subscribers. Now, this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who is here with us for almost every stream, which I appreciate. But they've got quite a mix of creativity and the tools they use for that creativity on their channel. So you see their latest video is kind of looks like a haul video where it's like new crafting toys. You can see they've got things like a Cricut machine. They've got cameras on their channel. They've got lighting on their channel as product reviews. They've got lots of creative diamond painting and other traditional art tools and ideas here. And then, so product reviews are frequent, and then they often show us the things they make as well. They've got some information on their About section we can catch up with. Shorts on this channel as well have gotten into 1,000 views, 1,400 on a couple of these, which is great to see. They've built some interactivity into their shorts as well. And then we see that they have done a lot of live streaming. They just did one 6 days ago. I wish I caught that. And then just for the sake of saying, I know not everybody can sit there and message every single person that you want to come into your premieres and live streams, but anybody can message me anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I'm very lucky as the host of Superchat that I get the benefit of so many people reaching out. I do have a lot of people I talk to regularly or frequently, and some even occasionally, but a lot of people will reach out and let me know the different positive or negative things that they see in the YouTube streets, and I appreciate that, of course. M&T Living It is here. Yadira is in the house. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Controversial Cruising, Scott, I hope I said hello when you came in. And then Create and Relate, hopefully everybody will connect with. Like I said, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They talk about crafting, coloring, connecting, and like I said, there's information on the About section. And then we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then we got a couple of channels to get through, and Poetic Tears actually just came through with another super chat. So thank you for the extra generous support. Let me get Poetic Tears on our list. We're going to look at these channels. Izzy Pop, Judgment Day, Mike Harper, and Poetic Tears in a few minutes here. What I'm going to do right now is we're going to look at Be Amazing Sylvia's channel, and then I'm going to play a clip from the interview series that she joined me for. So let's get to it. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So you see that Be Amazing Sylvia is well on the way towards 14,000 subscribers now, which is great to see. And she's been with us almost from the beginning of Tuber Chat. She's always been an advocate for helping people grow their channels, and she continues that today. Now, when she makes content, it's literally pure variety. So she might be bringing us just about anything, a lot of positivity, a lot of motivation. She might be taking us outdoors, bringing us into her home. She runs a secondary business where she's helping people with weight loss. And I've had some of her bulletproof coffee, actually. So, while I don't have that all the time, I can tell you that it was as enjoyable as any other coffee I've had. I can say that for sure. I think just Jason Keto's probably tried it by now too. And then lots of shout outs, a lot of help for other channels. And then Be Amazing Sylvia's done some family videos as well. Now, she really hooked into a formula a couple of years ago, or a few years ago, where some of the shorts videos on the channel are doing spectacularly well, and she continues to put some of these out now. But look at this, she's got 1.25 million views, another one more even than that, another one at 681,000, another one at 750,000 views. My dear goodness. And she's got all kinds of shorts, and then lots of variety in between the different shorts videos, and then live streams. Now, Be Amazing Sylvia could be doing just about anything when it comes to live streaming, but she does have a series, and she collaborates with other creators as well. But what they do is give you an opportunity to connect in a very similar way to what we're doing here in Tuber Chat. Now, it's not that there's any right way or wrong way to connect specifically. We always do things the same way we've been doing them for the last 5 years. We've got instructions in our video description and everything else. But Be Amazing Sylvia is very knowledgeable about all things YouTube. She's been doing this for just as many years as we have, probably longer. So she can help you find even more friends and family members for your channel when you're over there with her. Now, I'm just going to show you a secondary channel that she's got. She started this with her daughter, and she continues that today. It's called Sylvia's Daily Positivity. So you see that they've got a few different videos here, and it's pure variety, but a lot of fun. They're smiling and laughing and everything else. And then shorts on the channel as well, and this is where the positivity, motivation, and inspiration comes from. So, like I said, Sylvia joined me for an interview series of what now is 5 episodes, will soon be 6. Hers is upcoming. These conversations go on anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, and all of the creators have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Okay, what I want to do is inform first and foremost. Anytime you make any type of video, you want to inform. You want to tell people a story. You want to show people a story. And when you show and you tell that story, you want to tell how that story affected you. And you want to tell your results.
Okay.
Because seeing is believing. And people want to see what I'm
Yes.
talking about, see what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm going to make it into a mini series on all of the
Right.
products I have tried and how they have affected me. So,
Wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be something else to look forward to, especially knowing that you're starting something new now with the
yes.
experience that you've got. So, this is a perfect opportunity for me then to bring you back to the beginning and say,
Hmm.
what kind of change have you seen in yourself, in your channel, in your community and audience based on all the things you've done up to now?
When I first started, I was such a green thumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. I promise you, just making videos, rambling, and I look back at one of my first videos and was like, what in the world? It was all kinds of bloopers and everything. And I wanted to be such a perfectionist at the beginning. But
Okay.
as I have walked on this journey, I realized people don't want perfectionists. People want
No.
real.
Yes.
So when I make a mistake in a video, can I leave it in there? I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but y'all already know I got an old lady brain. Now, a lot of people who follow me realize that. They was like, Sylvia forgetting a heartbeat. Not will, because I'm so busy. And I
Yeah.
said, y'all already know I got an old lady brain, so we're going to keep that right in there because what you see is what you get when you
Yes.
visit me. So I've learned that's how I changed. I learned how to just roll with the flow, be genuine, be real, be
Mhm.
factual.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to try new things. I try new stuff all the time.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's a hit and miss, sometimes it's a rock and roll. I did a
Right.
short about 3 months ago. I think it's at 60,000 views right now.
Oh
And I
goodness.
tried another one that same genre, and it didn't work. That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay with it because I think that it's a niche for me, but I just gotta work a little harder at it.
Right.
So
Yes.
don't be afraid to work hard. And if you get one no, people, remember the next one will be a yes.
There you go. Yes. All right. Let's go for a break for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come right back. All right, we are just about back. And I mentioned in the chat there was something I want to show Izzy Pop. So this is interesting. When I copy your name onto my wheel or list underneath, right? I try to keep track of things like super chats and memberships. I don't do the best job, but I try. And then when I copied the Izzy Pop and put it into the search results, they came up first. And that's actually the second time we've seen that today, because I think Tim Mitchell came up pretty quick as well. And earlier we saw another channel with just taking the special character out of their name came up. So should we be cautiously optimistic and hope that maybe YouTube's getting around to solving a few issues with the algorithm and recommendation engine, let's just say? Now, when we're looking for Izzy Pop in the chat, when you mention them, you got to put a space before the I. But that helps their name come up. But just finally putting the words Izzy Pop had them come up. And I'm pretty sure Tim Mitchell came up right away as well, which is great, because what I'm talking about right now, for anybody that hasn't heard my speeches about the search results and this and that, one of the reasons, I'd like to say the biggest reason, but let's just say one of the reasons that we search, find, and click on each other's names instead of link drops and things like that. There's nothing wrong with link drops. I do it on the other channels, but I don't do it on this one. But when we search, find, and click on each other, which you see I do for every channel I put up, eventually we will rise up the search results when dozens and maybe even hundreds of other creators are doing that for us. Our channel names will rise up the search results. I find that everybody becomes number one for their search name, even if it's a popular name and there's lots of other channels with the same name. After about 800 subscribers, it's probably a little bit earlier these days, but I'm just talking about averages and what I personally have noticed and what we've seen here in the last 5.5 years. But searching, finding, and clicking on each other is a great service for each other. It's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. Even when I'm watching YouTube all day, I rarely click on, I shouldn't say that actually, I click on things when I'm watching premieres and live streams. I typically look to see what's on in our community, and the recommendation's going to put our community first for me. And then I open about 4 windows on a monitor. I'm running premieres and usually live streams more than anything else, sometimes a playlist as well. But otherwise, I'm searching for people always. Just typing in. So I'm on a computer all the time, so I know it's easier than a phone, but I do that. Just so you know. But these are some of the things that we talk about here and why it's so exciting for somebody like Izzy Pop to come up first for their name, because they've been struggling with this for a long time, especially when they've been to Tuber Chat probably 100 times by now, probably much more. And forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, because we've done 883 of these, and Izzy Pop has now been with us for what might be, is it 3 years? Probably 2 for sure, but maybe 3. And forgive me if it's not more than that as well. Just Jason Keto, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, of course. He's done that countless times before, and we looked at his channel earlier. Like I said, he's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. But thank you for that, and I'm sure CNT123, they're fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. They'll likely be happy to have that membership. And then Lucy Grace 56, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Did you made me a short? Izzy Pop? Let me see if I can find it. Did you show me it before and I forget already? Or is it something that we're looking for right now? What I talk about is the idea that Izzy Pop, I've been lucky to catch them for many live streams. And when I catch them, the idea is like they might start with a theme or a topic, but the conversation pretty much goes anywhere. And that's true for a lot of creators. And forgive me, unless you remember the title of it or want to tell me where it is, I'll look for it. And specifically so I can watch it. But Izzy Pop as well has been known for all these elaborate banners, thumbnails, and avatars. I'll talk about that in a second. But when we talk about the idea of live streams, so there are niche channels. You know, when we go to Just Jason Keto's channel for a live stream, we expect to talk about keto. The conversation can go anywhere. We talk a lot of YouTube as well and whatever else is going to come up. But you know what you're expecting when you get to that channel. Some creators, most creators in the Superchat family, including myself, will do a live stream where the conversation could go just about anywhere. And often the chat drives the conversation, whether it's themed or not, because people will always have questions and comments and things like that, and it can kind of guide, if not drive the stream, if that makes sense. So this is the one from Izzy Pop. I don't watch videos while I live stream, but what I'm going to do, I'll show everybody a quick trick, and then I'll save this video so I can watch it after. But this is a short. They might be referencing Superchat in here. But what one of the things we can do when we're on a computer or on a browser is go into our URL for a shorts video. We can take out the word shorts and put in the word watch. And you see what happens. The player becomes the regular default player, which means we have all the regular controls under it that are more familiar to us, right? So I can save this video and put it into that catch-up list. I'm actually going to put it in my watch later list to make sure I don't miss it. But that's a cool trick. I just wanted to show everybody for a quick second if you haven't seen that already. And then Izzy Pop as well, like I said, is known for these elaborate banners, avatars, thumbnails. They help us with the idea of the digital tools we might use online that can inspire us or help us create things that we might think about related to these elaborate banners, avatars, and thumbnails, if that makes sense. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. I tend to always grab things over 3 minutes if I can. What Izzy Pop does more than anything else is brings interesting music. I believe they're using the Suno system that most of us are familiar with, and bringing interesting animations that they create to go along with it. Then shorts on the channel, like I said, these have gotten into 1,300, 1,800 views now, and then live streams on the channel. And these are pretty frequent. I haven't caught you for about a week and a half, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. Like I was saying, this week I don't think I really had an early afternoon, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one soon. And then you wrote the song and music and the video. So I'll be looking forward to seeing that. But I put it in the watch later list so that I'll make sure I don't miss that. I usually put brand new channels in there because I got to make sure. When I have my catch-up playlist that we joke about and I talk about all the time, that's a playlist that is full of videos. And let's just have a look at it for a quick second here. If I go to my playlist and I go to my catch-up playlist, just a fun name for this playlist, and you see all the videos that I just ran. One of the things you're going to notice, though, I watched some of these. I mentioned the idea of watching, here's Tiffany's video. I watched this one. I'll talk about that when I get to her channel today. The Numismaniac did one around Edmonton. There's Matt and Mouse with the Starlink test. Numismaniac did an extra video that I watched at the beginning here. But you see what I mean. And what you'll notice is the times of the videos. They start from shortest to longest. But that doesn't happen automatically. That's something that I did, something that you can do too if you want to. So you understand that what that allows is when I have half an hour to sit there and watch videos and pay attention, then what I can do is watch, like, let's say 20 videos in the first hour, because all the 2, 3, and 4 minute videos are at the beginning. And all you have to do, you can do this on a phone as well, you can drag them up and down the list. You can set a playlist any way that you want. And then it's got tools for itself as well, where you can sort them by date added or most popular, the things we usually do. But I thought I'd show that to everybody as well. And then everybody has a watch later list. Your watch later list is private, but it's just something you can like throw a bunch of videos into. I use this for brand new channels, but you'll see that I put Izzy Pop's video there. I'm just going to clear out a couple of videos I've already seen. And then that gives you an idea of a couple little tricks and things we can use. But thank you so much, Izzy Pop. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Forgive me for all I've missed in the chat. Lucy Grace 56 has a birthday coming up on Sunday. We won't be live streaming that day, but it's great to know that you got a birthday coming up. Hopefully it's a good one. I'm not sure if you're going to stream that day, but I'll try to catch you. I'm just going to make a note for myself right now. I've had a few conversations with Lucy Grace 56. I noticed that these days I'm not using the phone as much as I am Instagram, Facebook, and things like that for conversations like that. But yeah, hopefully Lucy Grace is going to enjoy a happy birthday. And thank you again, Izzy Pop, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. And so has Judgment Day Mike Harper. They've got a couple channels for us to look at. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then New Horizons Above and Beyond is on a new tablet right now, which is great to know. And then Controversial Cruising, Scott, thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I will be putting your channel up right after Poetic Tears and Judgment Day Mike Harper. All of these creators drop super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Just Jason Keto took over our stream boss position. I'm not sure how long ago, probably with that gifted membership, but thank you for that. TCG fam, I know you were here earlier before we started the stream, but thank you for coming back in. And the J Jordan is in the house. The J Jordan is somebody who is just literally crushing it on YouTube. They are posting every day. They do multiple things a day, as a matter of fact, most often. They're on all kinds of different channels, collaborating with other people, and they bring pure variety. They bring a lot of fitness. They bring outdoor adventures. They take us bowling. They take us for motorcycle rides and a lot of motivation as well. But thank you for coming in. Thanks for the share on X. I really do appreciate those shares. You know, it's one of the biggest things we can do for each other. There are a lot of things we can do to support each other that don't require things like super chats and memberships and all these things. But, you know, the thumbs up always matter. It's always fun to hit these milestones. We don't hit 100 all the time. We do occasionally, but it's always fun to try or like to move it up. We usually get 60 or 70, and it's always exciting. And then every minute everybody watches, every second everybody's here. I know we got friends that run the stream in the background as well, and I appreciate that also. Comments that we leave, every chat message that you put on while we're live streaming, and that goes for everybody, not just here, obviously, but sharing is one of the biggest things you could do because it helps the YouTube algorithm and recommendation engine understand channels that are being referenced over and over and over. Not to mention your community will see them, whether it's on Reddit or X or Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else. I know Instagram's tougher to link the way we talk about, but you know what I mean. So Judgment Day Mike Harper is up here right now, and this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've got a couple of channels for us to look at, and this is a movie and wrestling buff, to say the least. This creator is going to have 700 subscribers literally any minute now. If anybody hasn't connected with Judgment Day Mike Harper, I hope you will help them get that 700 milestone. Memories and must have, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in for the very first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And then Together We Travel, good to see you in the house also. Judgment Day Mike Harper, like I said, is doing a lot of reviews on this channel. And that can be movies or television. And they happen, like I said, to be a wrestling buff as well. They've got some shorts over here that have gotten into 1,500, 2,200 views. And then live streams as well. And you get a chance to hang out with Mike Harper, hear what they have to say either about wrestling or keeping up with the chat. Once in a while they'll do something a little bit different. But this creator has a second channel called Michael W. Harper. We can get another look at the creator here, a chance to get to know them. Here they typically do DVD reviews. I'd like to say Blu-rays as well, but I'm not sure if they've done Blu-ray specifically, but they tend to do a lot of DVD reviews specifically. And then shorts on this channel feature the creator himself, getting into almost 1,000 views now. That's a new one. Which is great to see. I wonder when you put that short out, Michael W. Harper. Let me just see if that's the newest one. One of the newest ones. Yeah, very cool. It's always exciting. Like, I know everybody can hear the excitement in my own voice for another creator. I hope everybody's always excited for other people. But I promise you, I'm absolutely excited to know that Michael W. Harper has put out a short just in the last, I don't know how many days, probably just the last few days, that has eclipsed every other short this creator's put out. It's always exciting to hit another milestone and raise the bar, even on our own channel. And then this creator is all but guaranteed now to have a shorts video over 1,000 views, which is exciting. Whether it's a short or anything else, I still consider any video that's got 1,000 views to be popular. And then Michael W. Harper has done some live streams up to a year ago on this channel. We'll see if they're going to continue those, but we know we can catch them on Judgment Day Mike Harper as well. So thank you again for another super chat. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. And then memories and must-haves. Yeah, our instructions are always in our video description, but the idea here is that we're just a community of creators that expect to support each other regardless of category or niche. You'll find channels of all kinds here. Everybody's basically in the beginnings of their YouTube journey, even though some of us have been here for 5 years or longer. But we typically have a community of channels. 90% of our channels or more have under 10,000 subscribers, but we have seen channels long surpass that 10,000 and start moving towards 100,000 now. And then Down Under Cruisers, good to see you in the house. And then 99 Midnight Gamer YT got 8,000 on a short, which is great to see. Better than I've done, I promise you. I've put out a handful of shorts, and most creators here that have had shorts that have gotten, for anybody here that's gotten a short over 1,000 views, most of the creators in Superchat have had shorts that have done better than I personally have. And I've been on for 8 years. I just don't post a lot of shorts. But, you know, these kinds of things can happen. And like I said, it's always exciting to hit these milestones. So then if I was to ask, like 99 Midnight Gamer YT, so you get 8,000 on a shorts video and you're like, wow, that's amazing, which it is. But tell me that it doesn't make you think right after, wow, I know I'm going to get 10,000. I know I'm going to get 16,000. I'm going to double this someday soon. And I think that can be motivating as well. And then Poetic Tears is up on the screen right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen. But I'm going to get back to spinning the wheel right after. Likely we get through Controversial Cruising, who's coming up next. And it's long overdue that I put a name on the wheel from our chat list. The wheel and the screen are open to everyone. It could take a long time, but we get to as many channels as we can in a 3-hour period, and we're just barely halfway through today's live stream. We still got a long way to go. Tiffany Lavishark Johnson has been added to the wheel. Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder. I think it's Kid Wonder's birthday today. Kid, am I wrong about that? Did I see that on Facebook earlier today? Are you celebrating your birthday right now? Kid Wonder has been with me from the beginning. And thank you for keeping that gold membership going, by the way. He's always got at least one membership on this channel. He's been a gold member for as long as I can remember. And I got a nice story to tell about his channel. I'll make it quick. But when we think about how people support us, Kid Wonder's been with me for about 6 years, maybe a little bit longer, since before Tuberchat was even a thought, right? He was so supportive to me and to us in the very beginning of starting the Tuberchat channel. He was the first creator chosen out of the Superchat family to be featured on episode number 2. We are 880 episodes away from that today. That's how much we've done in the last 5.5 years. And he's been there from the beginning. So, yeah, Kid Wonder. My dear goodness, thank you. And it's Kid Wonder's birthday today. So I'm going to put their channel up right after Controversial Cruising after. And we'll get a chance to see. He's got a few channels, actually. I usually talk about 2 or 3 of them at a time. And then Poetic Tears is on the screen right now. I'm not sure how many times we've had this channel on the screen. Maybe just once. Am I right about that? Or maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, I've been through a few videos. So, Poetic Tears is now over 700 subscribers. Actually, well on the way towards 800. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos, though. Nice to see some gratitude on the channel, especially in the last couple of thumbnails here. And this is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us frequently, and they've got a bit of information on their About section. And then they've got shorts on their channel. They seem to be posting frequently, several times a week. They got shorts over here that have gotten into 1,800 views, 1,500 on another one, 1,400 on another one, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they were on, and I caught them for a live stream just a few days ago. They were on with The Source and a handful of other people. Which is great to see. When you collaborate with others, even in things like StreamYard panels, it is a great way to, you're basically guaranteed to grab a handful of the other featured guests, most supporters, if that makes any sense, the way I'm saying it. So, Poetic Tears, good to see that you got that going on, and hopefully we can push this creator a little bit farther towards that 800. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but appreciated always. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Controversial Cruising. So that's Scott. You heard me reference him by name a couple of times. There was a couple of years there where we weren't able to see basically any cruising content at all on YouTube. And that was right in the beginning of Superchat, actually. And then an influx of cruising and travel channels started to come through. And many of those creators are still with us today. When I talk about the idea of a dynamic creator, Scott is a perfect example. This creator, by instinct, understands that collaborating with others is not only a great way to grow your channel, but a great way to make all that we're doing super fun. Controversial Cruising is an over-the-top dynamic creator, I can say. I'm sure everybody here will agree with me if you've seen him before. I'm just going to grab one of his latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. Now, he's most often talking cruising, but he might do a few other things, and he does actually some almost like games, like I'd like to say trivia games, but different types of games in live streams, which are really interactive, actually. He's got 7,000, 8,000, 17,000 on some of these shorts videos, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well, including one he's got coming up tonight. So right after Tuber Chat, we know that Michael's Adventures will drop a premiere for half an hour. We know that Scott from Rambling with the Brooms, Rambling with the Brooms is going to be live streaming. We'll go and raid that. Controversial Cruising is going to be on. Here it is, Match Game. I was trying to figure out what on earth I was thinking of. Match Game is what he's doing. And he'll have different guests all the time. There he is with Warm Strong Adventures. Those two have built quite a friendship. There's Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. Sea Legs Journeys there with him. You see what I mean? Scott has just always had this instinctive understanding that connecting with other creators, first of all, I don't even know if he does it to grow his channel, to be honest with you. I think he just does it because it's fun. He's always having fun on YouTube at all times. Even if he's doing something informative or educational. So Controversial Cruising has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for what could be 3 years by now here in the Tuber Chat family. It's 2 for sure. And yes, Scott, that is a good way to put it. But you'll find this creator featured on all kinds of other people's channels as well. But cruising is obviously the focus of the content here. And then the Down Under Cruisers are going to be live later tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then when we look at what we're doing, Scott, thank you again for another Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done that countless times before. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So I'll show you another interesting story about Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder. So this channel's evolved over the years, and like I said, he's been a friend of mine for well over 6 years now. This creator does a mix of a handful of different things. It's essentially variety. We get a chance to get to know Kid Wonder, but he's also got, him and Rosie are doing tons of content together for at least a year now. I think that's more like 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong. So Kid Wonder's celebrating a birthday right now, by the way. That's why I put his channel on the screen right this second. And we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment here. But Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder, he could be doing just about anything at all. He could be outdoors, he could be at home, he could be playing video games, and gives us a chance to get to know him. But he's an incredibly supportive creator. And he has gotten into 1,500, 2,900 views on some of these shorts videos as well, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So he's doing quite a bit of members-only content lately. And I keep forgetting to mention this, but I've got another feature that 2 Pineapples pointed out today. He sent over a screenshot. I don't have it on my channels, but it's a way to help your chat by setting limits on whether people can, I say chat, but I meant channel, where people can comment only after they've been subscribed for a certain amount of time, which is like a dream for all of us when it comes to negativity. You know, when somebody watches your video and they're like, you know, this video sucks. Like, hopefully not everybody here has to hear too much of that, but I promise you I've heard my share on my personal channel. My most recent comment was just a complaint about how terrible my video was, which is not untrue. It's not a great video, but we all wish we could get rid of some of that. Now it's going to be easy because you could say, well, if you want, nobody can even leave a comment unless they've been subscribed for a certain amount of time. So it alleviates a bit of that, because nobody's going to watch your video, not like it, and then come back 20 minutes later to comment on it after they've been distracted and got into other things. So forgive me because I can't show this. I don't have it on any of my channels that I've seen. But I will show it. It's a feature that's coming. 2 Pineapples has it already. And Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is doing some members-only content. So that is something that people could do, which obviously will drive memberships on any channel, but also limits how people can chat and comment and things like that, right? And there's a few interesting things you could do there. So Kid Wonder and Rosie's gaming and live stream. He's actually got a couple more channels as well, but we'll just look at these 2 for today. A gold member, by the way, I mentioned the fact that Kid Wonder's a gold member here. So I don't want to solicit it. You know, things like super chats and memberships are unnecessary here. But what that means is that Kid Wonder we see every single day, whether or not he's here, in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And his link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. That's for gold members. So Kid Wonder and Rosie's gaming live stream, everybody here has likely heard of. And over here, more than anything else, is a lot of video gameplay, including this 8-ball pool game. And it's just coincidence that I happen to have been playing this game ever since like the early days of iPhone. It's a game I was playing, and when I saw it, I said, oh, we should do that one day, we should play. And somewhere on the channel, if you go through the live streams, I actually caught him when he just started streaming once, a long time ago. I don't know how many years ago now. And it was, so we played for an hour. But if you search Superchat on his channel, you can always search on somebody's channel for specific content. If you search, why don't I just do it? If I search for Superchat, there it is, Kid Wonder versus Superchat, and we play that game for about an hour. So, also, there's shorts over here, and these feature more video games, Sonic, of course, and then the channel features other popular games. I love bubble shooters as well. And then live streams. But the live streams now can feature just about anything. It can be conversation. It can be video gameplay. And I see he's doing members-only content here as well. So one more time, I hope everybody will help wish Kid Wonder and Rosie, well, Kid Wonder himself, a happy birthday. I happened to notice that earlier by chance. This is what I mean. I say I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. What I mean is I check them many times, right? Facebook a couple times a day, usually, just to clear the notifications. Instagram seems to be where it's at for the last long while. And then X occasionally. I try not to go on there too much because their algorithm is the one that triggers me the most. And I find myself scrolling for like 20 minutes. And then I throw the phone on the desk and say, stop, out loud, to remind myself, like, get off the thing. And Facebook is where I noticed Kid Wonder's birthday today. So, happy birthday, my dear friend. Thank you for supporting after all this time. It's over 6 years of friendship, 880 episodes of Superchat, if you can imagine that. That's real. And Maciel Family Adventures, that's Drunken Chef Barbecue. Life Between Worlds is still here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then Palazzo Place is mentioning 6:30 at night. We had the time change not too long ago, which I forgot about, and on the last live stream I was looking out the window constantly saying, why does it feel like it's 9 o'clock at night already when it's not even close? It looks like I spun the wheel. Poetic Tears we've already seen. They dropped a super chat a little while ago, so I'm going to clean up the wheel here a little bit. Let's spin one more time. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I watched a video from Canadian Family Life and a video from her husband, Chris's Creation Fun, while I was getting ready for Tuber Chat. So forgive me, while I say I was watching them, I was also getting ready. So I was kind of listening and had them running on a window beside me. But one of the things I never actually mentioned, Canadian Family Life does a lot of food bank grocery hauls. She's been doing these, like, I think since we've known her. And this creator does them frequently, but I always forget to mention the fact that she mentions the things she intends to make with the things that are included in what essentially is a haul video of different groceries. I don't know why I never thought of that before. And then Canadian Family Life will show us all the different things that they get. Like in this one, there was some rice-a-roni, there was some eggs, some margarine, like a lot of the usual suspects were there. But it's great to know that that kind of thing is out there. And then Canadian Family Life is essentially a family channel. So the whole family is going to hop in and out of different videos and even live streams and things like that. But Tiffany will also do a lot of cooking and baking videos, and she inspires other creators to make different things and has been inspired by other creators to make different things. This channel started to get into a lot more traditional product reviews lately as well, but she's been known to do vlogging. She's been known to do Happy Mail videos, shout outs for other creators. And there are shorts on this channel from New Brunswick. All the content here is from this family in New Brunswick. where they're able to show us all 4 seasons. Of course, some of the winter weather I like to mention, but she's gotten into 2,900, 5,300, 5,600 views on a few of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So Canadian Family Life goes live occasionally, but this is the kind of creator who can go live whenever she wants. She'll have a flood of support in her chats because of how much she does for other people. I run into Canadian Family probably every day in somebody's live stream or premiere. And her husband, Chris's Creation Fun, has a channel of his own. Even though the whole family gets involved on Canadian Family Life, the intention here is that Chris might be putting out videos approximately twice a month. And he's been known to do a lot of do-it-yourself videos. He does some 3D printing. He does a lot of working on solar equipment like this one here. They were talking about this battery. And some of these things, when we think about some of this equipment, it can be expensive. So they were saving up for that battery for a while, and then it went on sale. They grabbed it, and Chris is able to show us how he hooks it up to the solar system, let's just say. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Chris's Creation Fun. He's long past his 100 subscribers now. Got it locked in, but we'd love to push him towards the 200,000 we know he's, or pardon me, the 200,000 he'll someday be thinking about, but the 200 subscribers we know he's probably thinking about today. Jody Genealogy, good to see you in the house. That's Marketplace Boutique. She's got 2 channels now, and usually a membership as well. So I've got her on the wheel. And it's time for us to spin. Let's take a break for a few minutes. I'll grab a drink, try to straighten my voice out a little bit. We will look at the J. Jordan as soon as we get back. And right before we go, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series. Again, we heard from Be Amazing Sylvia earlier. I keep talking about 2 pineapples, so let's hear what they have to say about how to get over 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight. And the 0 to, I think it was 82, was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting, every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, let's take a break for 3.5 minutes and we'll come right back. All right, we're just about back, and I'm just getting one more channel onto the wheel. M&T Living It is being added right now alongside Tiffany Lavashark Johnson, who's been on there for a while. The wheel and the screen are always open to everyone. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream, and we've still got over an hour to go. And quite a bit of content coming out later tonight at 8 o'clock. Michael's Adventures will drop a premiere, as well as Rambling with the Brooms will be on, and many other channels, I'm sure. Friday's always a big night. Somebody who's on all the time is the Jay Jordan, and you can see this creator's closing in on their 10,000 subscribers. Now, I believe that this creator has probably gotten their 10,000 completely organically. I could be mistaken, but I think so, because they've been a friend of ours for years. And I don't know if there's another channel as active as this one, even though I talk about Michael's Adventures posting every day. The Jay Jordan is not only posting every day, he's doing shorts, I think, every day. He's doing fitness, I think, every day. He's making music just about every day. He's streaming on other people's channels almost every day. Plus, he takes us for outdoor walks. He takes us bowling. He takes us on his motorcycle. This creator is doing videos all the time. 12,000 videos on this creator's channel, and I believe they came into the Superchat family when they had started. Let me just look at that for a second. I'm going to look at their about section here and see when they actually started. Oh no, so they started their channel in 2010. I don't know when they became active though, because lots of times people sign up. Like, I was almost grandfathered into YouTube. I signed up a decade ago or something like that and didn't start making videos for years. So I'm unsure. But the Jay Jordan also has an official artist channel. See, they've got the music note beside their name because they've done so much music. This creator's just posting all the time. Now, I'm just going to take the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, that playlist I keep talking about. We joke about it all the time because it's just got a fun name, but I use that playlist to keep or get caught up with creators. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 12,000, 13, 17,000, 21,000 views. Mostly fitness. Fitness has done really well for this creator. I know there's a few creators that actually look forward to watching the Jay Jordan. They just want to see him work out. And I know it's an assumption, but I know I'm right about that. The Jay Jordan is always supporting other people, though. Still finding the time to go into other premieres, live streams, coming in here to Superchat, in between making all these videos, live streams, and everything else. He's got one coming up, and that's on the 9th, so that's Sunday. But you can see this creator's live streaming frequently, and this doesn't even include all the live streams he hops in on other people's channels. This is what I mean about going bowling, some more fitness, and music is here, outdoor adventures, walks, or motorcycle rides, and all kinds of stuff this creator's doing. So we'll be happy to see them cross their 10,000. And actually, Jay Jordan will be a perfect creator to join me for the series of 10,000 subscribers, because I'm only doing those interviews occasionally, but I've got another couple of ideas that might be added. I slowed it down because as soon as I started that series of videos to get to 10,000 subscribers is when YouTube started pushing their promotion system. So we've got a lot of creators that have used that have exploded their channels, and then there's other things people can do to gain subscribers very quickly and things like that. It's not the same thing. There's legitimate ways to grow your channel and give it a push, and then there's creators who grow 100% organically, right? And these are just ideas. So I'm reserving that series for channels that have grown 100% organically, let's just say, because not everybody can afford to put money behind their channel. A lot of people are here looking for revenue from their YouTube channels or businesses behind them that really need the money, right? I promise you, I know what it's like to be in a situation where $20, $50, God forbid $100 a month, $1,000 a month, or anything like that could be life-changing for people. $100 is no joke, even today. You know, I know inflation's killing us and everything else, but you know what I mean. And to have to put it back into other things, not everybody can do that after they've spent all the time making their content. So it's just an idea. Squirrel's World is an artist. Good to see you in the house. They've been a friend a long time. High Country Homestead, good to see you here as well. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat, A Simple Family Lifestyle is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then when we look at a simple family lifestyle, we see a creator that's bringing us a few different things here. So they say lifestyle content, recipes, food vlogs, motivational quotes. I'm always happy to see any motivation, inspiration. Vlogs are on this channel. The cooking videos are here. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I know this one's very short. We usually want to connect with videos that are 3 minutes or longer. But this creator's also got a lot of official shorts on their channel. These have gotten now into 2,000 views, 3,700 views on one of these, 2,500 on another one, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. Now, a lot of creators got into doing this. I've been seeing a little bit less of this the last month, now that I think about it. At the end of the summer, it seemed that a lot of creators were doing live streams either of aquariums or things like this where it's kind of pleasing audio and visuals going together. And they're what I might say is a little bit more slow paced, but meant for people to be able to trickle in and out of, and usually encouraged to connect while they're there. But a simple family lifestyle has been doing this for quite some time, so they've been keeping that going. I've noticed a bit of a decline in a lot of those. It was getting heavy for the month of August for sure. And then Susan from Australia. Susan in Australia? Susan by Australia? Because we got another channel called Susan from Australia. And that was one of my biggest conundrums in Tuber Chat's history, is trying to figure out what on earth was happening when High Country Homestead started coming in, because that's also Susan from Australia, but it's a different Susan from Australia than what I have been saying for the last many years. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Palazzo Place is up here right now, and they happen to be in Florida, as they mentioned today. This creator, though, is Jen, and they have got a couple of different things. First of all, some very wild, changing weather in a lot of their videos, and then a furry friend that joins us a lot of the time, especially in the last video that I just watched. They've got shorts over here, and these have gotten into 1,100 views, 2,200 views, 2,600, 4,200 views now, which is great to see. Mostly outdoor content, but there's our furry friend again. And then, which video was it? This one? Yeah, it was this one. And I just watched that right before Tuber Chat today, I think, actually. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Palazzo Place. They are an enthusiastic creator, probably responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up here. We've got a few friends that really help to push that kind of thing, and I always appreciate any enthusiasm here, of course. And it's great to know people are enjoying the live streams. I know we're here for the purpose of connecting with each other. Not lately, but you know, he's been with us for over 5 years now, and I've asked him in the past, you know, like, how you feeling about Tuber Chat, and he says he enjoys his time here as well. I think that's apparent in his conversations he has with everybody in the chat. But, you know, you never really know how anybody feels. You got to take everybody at their word, and you just hope, right? But Scratch and PPA has been known as a shining jewel in this community for the last 5 years. He became a moderator right after finding us. And he put a lot of thought into his channel before he even started, as a matter of fact. I knew him as PA before he changed it to Scratch and PPA and started making content. And this creator's video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video about 5.5 years ago, if you can imagine that. I'll talk about what he has been doing on his channel. This is a fellow Canadian. He's only a couple hours away, both from me and Just Chasing Keto. But Scratch and PPA does something interesting, and I recognize a lot of the lottery tickets I find on his channel. I was shocked to know how big lottery ticket scratching was on YouTube 5 years ago when we started Superchat. But we have quite a few channels here that are either lottery ticket scratching channels or people who do some lottery ticket scratching on their channels. I think I forgot to say hello to Florida Claimers Ted at the beginning of the stream today. I think he was here for a little while. Scratch and PPA puts an interesting twist on this. So he really put a lot of thought into this before he started. He has had perfect consistency for the last almost 5 years, putting out a video every single week on Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and 99% of those videos have been premiered. If you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family, faster than what we've got here, faster than almost any other. He rivals those of Butler Family Farm and Just Chasing Keto and Jesse Journals and Unboxes and a few select others. It's very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. What he does is pits two different lottery tickets against each other and offers everybody the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, X, or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Scratch and PPA has always had presentation at the forefront of his mind as well. His bright, beautiful avatar. I think he only ever changed it once. Forgive me if I'm wrong, because I should know better, but forgive me if I'm wrong if you've done that before, Scratch and PPA. But that was a cool addition around the Halloween season where he did switch up his avatar just the slightest bit. But it was fun. I was excited to see that. But Scratch and PPA, you can see that his thumbnails match his avatar. They're colorful and they feature content with the lottery tickets I'm talking about. And if you really look closely, you'll notice there's a hint about the giveaway series or the giveaways that happen in his video series. And then Scratch and PPA updates his banner every single week, if you can believe that. And then, like I said, his video editing skills have been complimented ever since the very beginning for this creator. Of course, he's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. A couple of years ago, he expanded the content on his channel when he took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos. I think that style is going to become even more and more popular now that YouTube's expanded our shorts to 3 minutes. But he had the foresight to get that going right away. And he brought us some Italian lottery tickets that we might not have otherwise seen as well, which is a really cool idea. He also brought us his very first live stream from Italy. I was very lucky to have been there in the chat at the time. I know a lot of people will be hoping for more, but more so we're excited that this creator's expanded his content. Now, of course, he's been a beloved and dedicated moderator since the beginning of Superchat, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my now over 8 years on YouTube, over 8.5 years on YouTube now. But Scratch and PPA and all of our moderators, I believe the thing that draws me to them the most is their overwhelming sense of generosity. All of them have different channels and all of them do different things. They've all been with us here for years, some at least a couple of years, some as much as 5 years. And they all care very deeply, not just about the YouTube journey, but their fellow creators and those of us in the Superchat family as well. But their overwhelming sense of generosity means that when you visit any of them for premieres or live streams on their channel, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for yourself the same way we do here, the exact same way we do here in Superchat. And like I said, we've all been at this for years, so it's very familiar, but it's wonderful to see so many of these creators who are just over the top generous. This is a perfect example of what I talk about when I say we have to be willing to give much more than we expect to receive from other people. While I talk about channels that post frequently, do a lot of live streaming, somebody like Michael's Adventures posting at least twice a day, somebody like the Jay Jordan's posting 1,000,000 times a day, and lots of creators are putting out different content. Jason's got at least a video and a live stream every week, these kinds of things. But Scratch and PPA just puts out one video. It runs anywhere from approximately 12 to approximately 17 minutes every week, depending on the giveaways. And, with perfect consistency, it is impossible for most creators to repay the support that Scratch and PPA gives to them and to us. If you can imagine, he's been here probably over 850 times now. I'm not kidding. For the entirety of the stream. I don't expect it from anybody. I certainly do appreciate it, but I just want to put some focus, because we've got time today, on the idea of how supportive Scratch and PPA is, and truly an example of a lot of different things. He built interactivity into his video series, and I think a lesson can be learned from that for anybody who's been watching that and saying, wait a second, Scratch and PPA is really onto something with giving people a chance to vote on his content. There's lots of interesting things we can come up with and things we can do, but he did that from the start. He thought of that 5 years ago, and I haven't seen it otherwise, which is great to know. So I am Betty J. Gathers, another beloved and dedicated moderators coming up as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And I am Betty J. Gathers is also another beloved and dedicated moderator. She's been with us for 4 years, or almost 5 years, I think now as well. And this creator is another very enthusiastic, truly dynamic host. You'll see what I mean just from the thumbnails, which are really well done, by the way. When I mentioned the idea of thumbnails being bright, well lit, colorful, and things like that, that some creators have been able to do this instinctively, let's just say. But you can tell that I Am Betty J. Gathers is always smiling, always laughing, always having a good time, essentially living her best life over 60, even though I believe all of her content is relatable to just about everybody. And she's done a ton of vlogging on her channel, which brings us outdoors, brings us into her home, gives us a chance to really get to know her. And there are popular subjects that come up on her channel. There's a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration. She will talk about healthy eating, healthy living. Things like intermittent fasting are an idea that she talks about frequently. And then she's got shorts that have done really well with a bit of a unique feature here. It's not all the time that we see shorts from a creator where they're featured in the video themselves. These kind of talking head shorts videos that have gotten into 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 views on some of these. And then she's got a few other random shorts that have gotten into, look at this, 36,000, 40,000 views, 56,000 views. My dear goodness. And I Am Betty J. Gathers has been known to do over 365 shorts in a row. She continues putting out shorts today. And this creator is known to do a lot of live streaming, and she does a great job of keeping up with the chat. The chat often drives conversation, like I was saying, but she's also done a ton of interviews. She was inspired by Crystal Sparkle to do a whole series of interviews last year, even though she's already done tons of these before. She's had plenty of guests on the channel, and they're always laughing and smiling and having a good time. And I was honored to have been a part of that. So I Am Betty J. Gathers, we talked for about an hour and a half where we really got to get into depth about, first of all, our friendship, our thoughts about YouTube. I got to tell stories about our moderators here, because I Am Betty J Gathers is one of our newest additions to our moderator squad. Although in just a couple of months, I'll have to start saying like that every moderator here has been with us for about a year. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is the most recent. I Am Betty J Gathers, Canadian Family Life, and Just Jason Keto just before that. But these are all creators who, like I said, have been with us for years. They're here with us frequently. We've probably gained hundreds of thumbs up, if not thousands, on this channel because of I Am Betty J Gathers' friendly and energetic reminders. So I hope everybody will connect with all of our moderators. And thank you, Vintage Style by Joe. I know you've been here for basically the whole stream again. I know it's taken a while today. We're still going to be on for another almost hour. So we're doing better than we usually do. I think we're going to get to more channels than we usually do. But hubby's willing to watch Christmas movies. You know what's funny? So my father, you can imagine, I think I'm older than most people probably think I am, but I just hope that. I don't know if it's true. And then, you know, my father is obviously as old he think he must be. You know, and I'm very lucky to still have, you know, both of my parents doing well and with me and everything else. But I am more of a visitor to my parents these days than anything else. They have all that they need and this and that. And my dad, for many years, has been always watching tons of Christmas movies. He tends to watch a network that has Christmas movies all the time. And my first instinct many years ago would be like, you're watching Christmas movies? Like, I know him usually to watch Star Wars and Star Trek and like anything like old westerns and you know, those fighting movies and things like that. Anything action, let's just say. But I would sit there and, like, you know, while visiting, like, watch whatever he wants to watch, right? Which is like whether it's Christmas movies or anything. And what I came to realize from watching so many, and where, you know, we really don't talk very much. It's just, you know, pleasantries and light conversation between the two of us forever. But when we sit and watch things together, and especially the fact that it's Christmas movies, I'm like, well, you know what? At least these movies are always like full of a lot of positivity and things like that. I am not stressed out while watching these kinds of movies and things like that with him. So while it might not be something that I would choose for myself frequently, I can enjoy a nice story as much as anybody else. I know a lot of them we joke that are, you know, typically the same. But hey, anything that's positive when there's a lot of other that goes on in the world is a welcome addition to anything. So I'm lucky enough to be able to enjoy that time. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So next up is Butler Family Farm, everybody's BFF. This is a channel that is run by Jerry and Susan together. These are a couple of creators in Missouri with 116 acres of farmland to bring us homesteading style content. I group a lot of different things together when I talk about homesteading. I talk about farming and ranching and gardening and typical homesteading, things like off-grid, things like cabins in the forest we've talked about and things like that. But as well, I group a few more things in there, like fishing, hiking, camping, just about anything outdoors, because I find a similarity in the personalities of the creators or the intent where they like to share information and knowledge with each other and with us through their content on YouTube. So Jerry and Susan, on top of that, like helping other channels grow, they meet up with other creators all the time. I am fully in jealous mode because they've met up with so many different creators, even recently on a cruise in Alaska, which is a project where they went on a cruise to Alaska with a good handful of different YouTubers for about a week. And they head out to big meetups all the time, small meetups some of the time. They live stream them frequently as well. And that's just a tiny part of what they do on the channel. Jerry and Susan bring us into their home. They take us out onto the farmland. They show us all that it takes to look after 116 acres. They make their own tools on the farm. Jerry does a lot of work in the wood shop, actually. He makes beautiful, crafty things that are truly impressive. I hope you'll take a moment to go and watch those specifically. They head into the kitchen, and they have got a lot of livestock to share with us as well. They've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, and koi. And then lots of friends that they either visit or head out to meetups with, let's say. And you can see the mix of content on the channel. And then when we look at shorts, they've done well with these also, getting into 10,000, 12,000 views on a couple of these, one at 54,000. That one's still getting views now. And you can see all of their shorts videos actually fall in line with the rest of the content on the channel. So they're pretty niched over here. Actually, we think about when you become friends with creators, my opinion is that because I've interacted with Jerry so much, right? Susan a little bit as well. Like, you know, they're both together on the channel. They share the camera work. They have a perfect chemistry between them. They've been married 41 years. We learned the other day, a couple of months ago, they celebrated an anniversary. But Jerry, I've been lucky enough to even have conversation with outside of YouTube. When you get to know your friends, you start to think maybe about their content, like, you know, more variety, because we've seen so many different things. But like I said, it seems to be quite well niched and quite focused, only with the exception that they have built so many friends on YouTube now that they have StreamYard panels all the time. They got a special live stream coming up this week. Is this going to be on tomorrow? It is, yeah. Tomorrow they've got a special live stream. Otherwise, they're always live on Mondays. And they're on at 6:45 Eastern. And sometimes it's Jerry and Susan together. Sometimes they got StreamYard panels. So tomorrow there's something special. I'm just going to make a note of this myself. I can't figure out whether I'm going out of the house tomorrow or Sunday, but I'm going to try to keep in on some of these as well. Working on a few videos for the meetup with Devil Dog. Butler Family Farms, meeting up with people all the time. When I dig through these live streams, you'll see there they are. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Here they are at some of the bigger meetups. They tend to live stream these too, which is really cool. I was lucky to catch many of these. Some medium size, I don't know how we put this. Small meetups, medium meetups, large meetups. They can have up to 80 channels worth of creators around them. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Now, Jerry let us know last year he was starting to use the promotion system and has done that to push the channel really hard, really rapidly. You can see that they have gained over 110,000 subscribers. They've now passed 113,000. You see the check mark in the chat, which is really, really cool. And if you watch their live streams, I'll give you a spoiler alert right now and tell you you'll see their play button right there on the wall. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. They've been a friend of ours for years as well. I've lost count of how many years. It's got to be at least 3. And then over $1,000 worth of gift cards and prizes, over 40 items they've got in a giveaway that's going to happen tomorrow. So that should be a really big deal. And I'm assuming they've got a few channels in on that. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times. I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Jeremy D-Day, I think, is still in the house. I put them back on the wheel a while ago. Tiffany Lavashark Johnson is always active and engaging here in conversation whenever they're in the chat. Tiffany Lavashark Johnson's been a friend of many years. We're actually hat buddies. Look at this. We're twins. Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson has a hat there, and if you can read it, it says much love and aloha. And I have a matching hat right here. Actually, if you dig through the channel, you're going to find that Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson has the exact same hat that I have as well. And those were given to us by Mark the Shark. And there it is right there. So you see what I'm saying? Which is really cool. And there's one from Rambling with the Brooms as well. We're going to go and see their channel after 8 o'clock tonight. And then Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson is working on 1,700 subscribers. Those hats are beautiful, by the way. You got them embroidered, like did a really bang up job. Overly generous to have sent 2 of those to me, but he did. Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson is going to bring variety. Sometimes she's out taking a walk. Sometimes she's just giving us a chance to get to know her. I see she's been posting a lot of videos lately, which is great to see over the last month or so. I'm just going to put the latest one into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up the smallest bit with this channel. She's got shorts over here, and these feature a lot of outdoor content as well. But these have started to really move into 6,800, 6,900, 7,100. I'm not sure if I knew that Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson, so that's exciting to know. Another example, like I said, I hope everybody here is always truly happy for your friends when they are having success on their channel, whatever we deem success to be. I think anybody doing a short over 1,000 views is some level of success even today. And we're starting to see even higher numbers in some of these. We're starting to see more creators really having these breakout shorts again, which is great. I'm just setting many notifications here. We always set notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bells on for every channel. But sometimes Tiffany is out giving us a walk. I've caught them for a few live streams. They seem to be doing a few different things now, which is great, and plenty of live streams planned, which is fantastic. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson. She's been, like I said, a longtime friend. I think she's been with us for probably 4 years, maybe something like that. And I can't remember how long every single channel has been a member, part of the Superchat family, but I mention it over and over and over about so many different creators. You hear me say these things over and over, but it's really just to instill the idea for anybody fairly new here that there are literally creators here every single day that will be willing to support you years into the future. And the whole reason we can be confident in that is because we've been doing this for 5.5 years now. And you see all these creators. I didn't know 99% of everybody who comes into Superchat today 6 years ago. But today, we've got friends that have been with each other for years. Somebody like Just Jason Keto, I've met up with 3 times already. Hopefully many more, but you see what I mean. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson. We're going to take another break. Last one for today, let's say. Or at least we'll take we'll play a clip from our interview series like we always do. We'll take a break for 3.5 minutes. That might be the last break of the day, but we'll see. But we've got plenty of time. We've still got a half an hour to go, more than that, before we go over to Rambling with the Brooms. Michael's Adventures is going to drop his premiere as well. Nikki Silver Stacker is coming up next, but let's see what Moz6510 Models has to say. He's over in the UK. But we'll see what he has to say about how to get over 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. So. Always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways, but they will know somebody that's scale modeling and they will mention me to them.
Right. So
there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as, when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, in a weekend, and Superchat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap,
There you go.
and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, I goes, I'm on 10,000. Am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here. And you've doubled that number. You're still growing now, so
it's very slow growth. Because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah,
and I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour, down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back. And now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back. But I needed the break. I really did. And I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely.
Improving over time.
Improvement is, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. It really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, let's go for 3.5 minutes, and we'll come right back. So I got a bit of a thought when we think about things like Vlogmas. Jason's talking about the idea of not negatively impacting the channel, which is absolutely a concern for anybody at all. One of the things I don't talk about enough lately, it just doesn't come up, but one of the things we have to think about in the effort of doing as much as we possibly can for the algorithm, for the recommendation engine, for our videos, is a little bit of planning can help, because we can easily do what I'm about to talk about. But one of the things we have to think about is saying words and sentences within our videos that the algorithm is going to pick up on. So YouTube literally runs these things. It's not just because of AI. They've been doing this for years, where it basically listens to the content, right? This is one of the reasons I say we got to post our videos, or at least upload them in advance of posting them, so that the YouTube systems, all of them, the recommendation engine, the algorithm, and everything else, can get through the video, listen to all the words. You notice we can get transcripts of all of our videos now without third-party tools. That's an example. It knows what you say, right? So if you were going to do a video, like for instance, Nikki Silver Stacker doing a video about silver stacking, it would probably be beneficial to use the words silver stacking or silver stacker at some point in every video. I'm not necessarily a fan of scripting things. You can, if you need to, or if you like that, then absolutely. I was lucky to have done very well with public speaking, even at a young age. So I did well, like, you know, in our school system, I'm in Canada, we were forced to write speeches from 6th to 8th grade. And what they taught us was not to write out the whole speech, essentially. Like, yes, you do in the beginning, because you got to plan, you got to measure, make sure you've got your right time limit. I think it was 3 minutes, but you know what I mean. But what they told us afterwards is you're not going to read your script while you're giving your speech to the audience. The idea is to learn what you're actually talking about, not so you're reading it, but so you know it. Then you can make what they called cue cards. And most of us have seen these, but they're like, people used to write recipes on them. Sometimes they're called recipe cards. And then you could just write notes about what you want to talk about. Like, so for instance, if I wanted to review this can of air, we use these to clean the dust off of our desks and stuff like that, right? The air duster. So I would make a point to say, okay, it's EM zone, it's called, or M, I don't know if it's M zone, whatever, right? And then air duster, blast away dust and dirt. So I would start making points about the things that I want to say in my video. I would say, okay, this thing literally, like, they use this on their website, the words blast away dust and dirt. So I'm going to say that. If you want to blast away dust and dirt from your desk or your work surface, this can be a great tool. That kind of thing, right? So you're saying words that you want the algorithm to pick up on. So forgive my long, over-winded speech. You know how I do this all the time. But one of the things that somebody like maybe just Jason Keto can do, thinking about Vlogmas, but not wanting to interfere with the rest of the content on their channel, is if each Vlogmas video was able to have some kind of a keto element, right? Even if it was just like, oh, and for lunch today I had this thing. You have to mix that up for every video, but you know what I mean. But if you say, like, I got to make sure I'm sticking to my keto, lifestyle or diet or however you want to put. But I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying it is an idea. If I was going to do Vlogmas, which I can't imagine I'm ever going to do, I can't imagine myself personally being able to juggle enough to make the time. Not that I'm any more busy than anybody else, but I just don't know if I'll be able to do it. But if you were to, something where a channel's so focused, like Just Jason Keto, where he's literally talking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle 99% of the time, you might be able to add something like that in, just because we're always talking food when we're talking Vlogmas, right? Or when we're talking keto. So it's possible. Everybody's got to eat every day. So I wonder about that. But it's just an idea. If it hadn't already been thought of, Just Jason Keto is very focused on his YouTube journey as well. But these are just ideas. Yes, pre-record Vlogmas or not do it at all. I wonder if, with that kind of a thing, I think about that kind of thing too. See, the idea of a vlog, in its truest sense of the word, means it would be a video log of your day, almost like a video diary, right? But it comes from the term video log, I believe, of the entire day. And so you turn the camera on and off as things are happening. I tried one vlog one day. I didn't like the way it came out, so I didn't bother posting it. I actually stopped recording, because I was so miserable about it. But I wonder if I will try that again at some point. And that's what people want to see, though. They want to see real. It's not like there's a right way or wrong way to do it. But yeah, it's tough. And especially, I know Jason is lucky enough to be able to work full-time as well. But, you can't always be filming, right, while you're working. I can't film at all. Impossible. Don't even think about trying. And they know I do YouTube. When I took my new gig, it was part of the interview that I had mentioned that, right? And so I know already with my particular situation, that's a minimum of 8 hours a day that it is do not even think about putting the camera on. So that's a thought. I don't have a chance anyway, except for driving, let's just say, and I wouldn't bother. Nikki Silver Stacker is up on the screen right now. This is another creator who's fairly new here in the Superchat family. They were introduced to us by our dear friend, the Stock Explorer, who's actually nice and busy right now. I luckily enough talk to them frequently. When we get to Nikki Silver Stacker, we see that this creator is creating content pretty frequently. They're going to help us understand the differences between numismatic collectible coins and precious metals, which I'm a huge fan of, by the way. And then when they say, how to stack silver like a pro, that's a cool title. And Silver Stacking 101, it's actually a good thumbnail to go along with it. He's also focused on his YouTube journey right now and going to share his experiences, which is great to see. The channel's working on 200 subscribers already, which is great. And some of the shorts have done really well, getting into 1,200 views, 1,700 on another. And then live streams on the channel. This creator's gone live many times. I caught them a week and a half ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these soon. Oh, and this is really cool. They're talking about trading as well. A little bit of crypto talk. Yes, I follow a bit of crypto. I probably watch a half an hour of crypto videos a day. Lately, it's been a little bit more because I'm able to listen and drive. I tend to mix things up between either podcasts or YouTube videos or Superchat family videos or audiobooks a lot of the time. And I drive probably 4 hours a day on average now. So I'm able to get a lot of that in. But anywhere from a half an hour to sometimes closer to an hour, just to keep up on what's happening there. Rock Chick Beauty dropped a super chat. Thank you for that. She's done that countless times before. She's been a friend of 5 years as well. And it's always absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Let's see what she's got going on her channel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Yes, thank you, Susan. High Country Homestead. It's Chocolate Drop is also in the house. It's good to have you here. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I feel like I missed another channel. But as long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Rock Chick Beauty comes from the UK, and she will talk all things alternative. This creator actually dresses up her channel many times a year for different special occasions or holidays and things like that. So you see she's got a bit of a Halloween theme going on right now. She started with makeup and beauty, and it's interesting with this creator because even though she started about 5 years ago, after the first 6 months or so, she reset and restarted her channel to give it an even more professional look. The idea of is basically, could you do better the second time around? Absolutely. And this creator, you can see, gives a different look to every thumbnail, but you get an idea of the work she puts into these. And the bright, bold headshots make her recognizable then. And that will pay off, I believe, in the major long term for branding and recognizability, let's just say. What I mean by that is, let's say somebody's seen a video from Rock Chick Beauty in the past. They were looking for something like The Living Dead, let's just say. Her video comes up in the search results. So they watch this video, they want to see what it is, but they're like, oh, I enjoyed that, okay, whatever, but they don't think about it really after. May not even have subscribed to the channel, hopefully, but we never know. But then another day they might be searching for something completely different, and YouTube might recommend one of Rock Chick Beauty's videos. They might recognize the thumbnail style here, or do a rollover like you see me doing here, and say, oh, I remember this. I'm going to watch this creator again. This is how we get a lot of our organic subscribers. Not when they see us the first time. I mean, we hope so. But when they start to see you 2 times and 3 times, I usually don't subscribe to channels from my personal account. If I'm watching crypto videos, I got a few people I follow and this and that, but I usually don't subscribe until I've seen 2 or 3 videos from a person and decided that I like them. I really cherry pick my subscriptions on my personal channel only because I use that to watch things outside the Tuber Chat family. If I'm watching crypto or if I'm watching, something else unrelated to what we're doing here. And then, Backyard Trucker, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's Andy. He's a member. I'm going to put him on the wheel right away. I'm going to try to step on it. I know I've been talking a lot again. We had a bit of extra time today, but I'll start moving things along. Rock Chick Beauty started with beauty and makeup, but she got into a lot more product reviews and even sponsored videos lately. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put that in my catch-up list if I didn't already. And then she's got shorts on her channel as well. These feature a little more variety, but they've gotten into 3,400, 4,300, 13,000 on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So I missed the last one. Hopefully I'll catch you for the next one. Rock Chick Beauty goes live occasionally, usually every month or 2, but she's another creator who's so supportive to others that she'll have a flood of support coming into her chat no matter when she goes live. And I mentioned that kind of thing about a few creators just to give you an idea of how supportive they are to other people, which is basically the theme of everything we're doing here. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Fever Dream Animation is a channel. A lot of people mention the idea of liking their content, and they're putting up a lot of classic film, let's just say. And you get an idea from the thumbnails here. They're really mixing things up, but they post just about every day. I'm going to grab the latest video. It's a nice lengthy one at an hour. That'll give them a solid watch hour of time. But they've got videos that are anywhere from usually about 10, 15 minutes up to an hour long. And this channel's been mentioned more than once as being underrated. Those exact words by 2 different creators as a minimum. Shorts on this channel have gotten into now 1,300, 1,400 views, 1,700 views on another one, which is great to see. They're working on 500 subscribers. They're getting really close. They only need 19 more. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer today. And Fever Dream Animation is out there supporting everybody all the time as well. I run into them usually daily or pretty close to it. And then Wheats Art, good to see you in the house. M&T Living It is coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Broke but Bountifully Blessed Carol is back. I've got them on the wheel. M&T Living It is here. And this is a family channel. There's a lot of family togetherness here. They actually do quite a few different things. A lot of outdoor footage. They'll take a cruise when they can. They enjoy some RC cars. They do some fishing and a lot of cooking. So the latest cooking video I see they've got a classic beef stew, which is great to see. I should be inspired to start getting the slow cooker going. I keep talking about it, hoping I'll do something about it eventually. M&T Living It is working on 2,300 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They've been doing some product reviews as well. And then shorts on their channel. Many of these over 5,000 views have done well, many of these have done well, getting over 5,000 views because they're delicious looking cooking videos here. And then they've done a few others, but they're starting to get into, look, 12,000, 20,000 views, 50,000 on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. And they can be doing a few different things. They do these occasionally, but they did one a couple months ago. They did one just a few days ago. I wish I caught that one, so forgive me for missing that. It was a pop-up live, so I don't feel too terribly, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one. And again, I know not everybody can sit there and message every person you want to come into your live streams and premieres, but anybody can reach out to me. You can message me if you have something coming up. I'll try to be there. I can usually sneak in, even if I'm, working or something, if we know in advance. Even if I've got to, just say hello and lurk or something. But I try to be there, and I'm there for most things that most people have. New Horizons Above and Beyond is coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. New Horizons Above and Beyond actually has a couple of different channels. Today they might have a new tablet. I wonder if you film that. Hopefully. But when we look at what they're doing on their channel, I see they got a few videos here over just the last few days. I'm just going to take the latest one. Oh, they look like driving videos. New Horizons Above and Beyond brings us more outdoor content than anything else. They've taken us shopping a couple of times. We get to know them through their videos. And then this creator as well has got some shorts that have gotten into 1,700, 2,400 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they've experimented with these as an idea. They expect to bring more. And they've got a second channel, and it's called Fuzzy Adventures and More. We've just got to make sure we leave the space out between the first 2 words there. But Fuzzy Adventures and More is a complimentary channel, similar content, but they've gotten into shorts now that have gotten into 1,500 views, which is great to see. And then videos are fairly frequent here. They put a couple out a week ago where they were taking us shopping again. They were having a look at some Halloween stuff at the dollar store. They've got outdoor footage here as well, and hopefully everybody will connect with them, push them towards the 300 subscribers they're thinking about on this second channel. And then Dude Tunes, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. That's another longtime friend. They've been with us for many years. They peek in occasionally. And then Jeremy D-Day is coming up in a moment. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Yeah, I missed you, Dude Tunes, with Gil Skills again the other day. I remember you messaged me. I don't know what on earth I was doing at the time. I did get a new full-time gig about 6 months ago, so my Monday to Friday 9 to 5 Eastern is somewhat taken. It's not quite exactly that, but close to it. But I'm unsure. I can't remember if it was a weekend and whatever. But Yeah, Dude Tunes has been doing a few live streams with Gil Skills, who's been a longtime friend as well. And then they might be doing some new content on their channel as well. Jeremy D-Day is up on the screen. This is another friend I've had for... I met Jeremy D-Day right around the exact same time that I had met Kid Wonder, who we talked about earlier today. Ace Flaw 1 Andy is another creator who comes in frequently. These creators I've been friends with for about 6 years. Jeremy D-Day's got a couple of channels, actually, so he's got a few new videos over the last week. He's been doing some live streaming as well. He's in Wisconsin. So is Crystal Sparkle, I remember. I put his latest video into my catch-up list. He often brings reviews. He talks a lot of music as well. I'm going to look at shorts on this channel to show 15,000, 28,000, 69,000 on some of these. Most of this is variety content, and then live streams on the channel as well. So he's been doing quite a few. I caught him for a couple over the last few weeks. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one again soon, Jeremy D-Day. But we know this creator from his channel, JD Knight 7. And this is where I met this creator on this channel. He's over 11,000, almost at 12,000 subscribers now. You'll see an interesting look at his shorts videos, where here he's focused more on the music I was talking about, album reviews, rankings, some shorts to go along with it as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. A little bit shorter than we usually watch, but anybody that is going to connect with Jeremy D-Day, there's plenty of videos that are longer than 3 minutes here. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into, look at this, 133,000, 378,000, 852,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So actually, I didn't realize you've been live streaming on both channels. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again. Yeah, I love talking 90s music as well. It's funny because I look back at, you know, I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, enjoyed the 90s and everything after that. When I look back, I have the same nostalgia anybody does. I love the 80s. I love the 90s. I actually feel like I was born a decade too late. I wish I'd been born a decade earlier, because some of the things I did would have been even more fun in the 80s and 90s. But I hope that everybody doesn't forget that, you know, we often look back and say that we miss the good old days. I got friends that, you know, we talk about the 90s, but they, you know, they just want to relive the 90s. There's nothing wrong with that, but we can't forget that we're in the good times right now too. You know, there are things that are going to happen in our lives, not just today, but over the last 5 years, 10 years. We're going to look back on this and say, oh, I missed those days. So I just hope everybody's making the most out of every day. And then Jody Genealogy is up on the screen right now. We know this creator from Marketplace Boutique, but she started a second channel a while back now, and she's bringing us history, travel, and adventures, which is different content for her. Working on 1,400 subscribers now, and Jody Genealogy cares very much about the YouTube journey, her fellow YouTubers, channel owners, and she gives us a bit of help as well. You'll see that on the other channel. She posts fairly frequently and consistently, but she's got shorts as well, and she's no stranger to this because she's done even more and even higher numbers on her other channel. But you'll see she's already at 2,400 here, 7,300, 13,000 on another one, and then live streams on the channel as well. She's been known to collaborate with Backyard Trucker, who's also likely in the chat still, and she could be on the water, she could be on the road, she could be by the fire, she could be taking a walk. This creator does a handful of different things. When we look at Marketplace Boutique, we see that this creator wants to help us primarily with the idea of buying and selling on platforms like eBay. She goes as far as to teach us tips and tricks, as well as taking us shopping and showing us how we can buy collections of different things that we can split up and sell individually. I'm just going to grab the latest video. Here's an example of exactly what I'm talking about. She's looking ahead towards Christmas already. But he also gives us help with our YouTube channel with tutorials for things like Canva, for making thumbnails and other graphic design. This creator as well is going to bring shorts on this channel, and like I said, even higher numbers here. Look at this, 35,000, 23,000, 55,000, my dear goodness. And then live streams on the channel. And again, collaborating occasionally with Big Yard Trucker, but she could be on the road, could be on the water, could be by the fire. And Marketplace Boutique has been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here and has passed 3,000 subscribers, and I believe she's done that 100% organically. I could always be wrong, but I'm quite sure on this channel. And when we think about that, I often say that of channels that have 3,000, there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. We can all imagine that, but 3,000 seems to be a really telling marker in the YouTube journey and what we've learned over the last 5.5 years. I fully expect anybody that gets to 3,000 100% organically to eventually get to 10,000 and even 100,000 if they want to. When we start to think about those bigger numbers like 100,000 or 1,000,000, it only becomes questionable because we don't know what the world or our lives are going to look like 3 years down the road. We might have an idea, but how often do things turn out exactly the way we think? But these are just ideas. But Marketplace Boutique obviously doing really well, even with 2 channels. And then we're going to talk about Jesse Journals and Unboxes. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then I think we're going to go a few minutes overtime here. Ms. TT Mix Vlogs, I'm going to get your channel onto our wheel. Relax with Mel is here. They're a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Jesse Journals and Unboxes is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. She's working on 2,700 subscribers right now, which is great to see. She's been a friend of about 5 years as well. Jesse Journals and Unboxes over the years has evolved her content a little bit. The channel's evolved, but she's unboxed just about anything that can be unboxed. She has gotten into jewelry, into snacks, into stationery, all kinds of different things, and sometimes she gets involved in subscription services. We've all heard of those mystery boxes like Loot Crate, or many people are familiar with a site called Crate Joy where you can find just about everything. Lately she's gotten into a lot more crafting supplies, hence the journaling. Collages are a big feature on her channel, and she shows us the things that she makes with the things that she unboxes. So we also look at shorts on the channel, and we see that she brings things like washi tape here, the jewelry that I talked about, bath and beauty products are here, snacks, like I said, mixed throughout. And this is a creator who live streams occasionally. But again, like I mentioned about Rock Chick Beauty, like I might have mentioned about Canadian Family Life, these are creators who are so supportive to others that they can live stream whenever they want. They will have a flood of support coming into their chats. But Jesse Journals and Unboxes also posts with perfect consistency. Once in a while, she does more than one video a week, but we know that every Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern, she has a premiere, and that's been consistent for a long time. So you will find a very fast-paced, high-energy chat while she's doing that. And then when I say Squirrel's World as an artist, the idea of organically, it's just because there's a few ways to get subscribers, right? So YouTube has a promotion system now where you can pay to advertise your videos. And I would recommend anybody talk to a few creators before thinking about doing it, because we've got a few creators here, a good handful, that have tried the promotion system, and not everybody is a fan, right? So I would love for everybody to get mixed. It's almost like you're going to buy something on Amazon, but maybe you actually want to look at the reviews for a second first and see if anybody's going to complain about the stuff, because some people might not like it and say it wasn't worth it. other creators are happy to have done it, and we hear about creators getting play buttons and things like that. But there are other ways to get subscribers. There's places where you can buy literally like fake accounts and things like that. And I hope nobody ever does that. It's probably the most damaging thing you can do to your channel. And the reason why I say that is because it's fake, right? You can't just buy subscribers. It doesn't work that way. Human beings are not going to come to your channel and watch your videos if they're just fake bot accounts that people have made. So what happens is, let's just say you've got a channel that's got 2,000 subscribers, right? But you bought 1,000 fake subscribers. Now your channel's only going to perform like a channel with 1,000 subscribers, and YouTube's going to think, oh, this content can't be very good because not enough people are watching it. Most creators that have 2,000 have much more views than this. You can always tell when you look at channels, if you go into somebody's live stream, and the number of people in the chat, the participant list, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's easier to do on a computer than on a phone. But if I go over here and I look at the participant list right now, you see how many people are participating in the chat. My chat, let me refresh it just so I get a good number here. My chat says that there are 21 people watching right now. We've been on for 3 hours. It always gets a little bit lower as we go on. But 21 people watching right now. When I look at the participants, I see about 10, 11, 12, something like that. About half, which is great. That tells you, oh, then those numbers are real. And then sometimes you see channels that have a live stream running where there's like 300 people watching, but 2 people in the chat. And then you're like, oh, it's all fake, right? Or channels where you've got subscribers. The best advice I can give everybody when you think about this stuff is when you look at channels that you've heard of, especially in a community like this, and you look at the numbers of subscribers they have, and then you look at the numbers of views that the videos get on average. Everybody has good videos and bad videos. It's not the videos are bad. It's that the numbers just don't get there. It's not anybody's fault. We can't just make videos that everybody likes. We have to make dozens of videos, eventually hopefully hundreds, and then some people will like some of them more than others, and YouTube pushes them out. But we all have frustration in thinking that some of the videos we think should be really good don't do as well as we wish, and then some videos that we didn't really think would do well are the ones that pop. Not always, but you know what I mean. So you understand I'm dancing around the things that I say because I want to be careful and this and that. But these are ideas. So if you are presented ever with the idea of paying for anything that is meant to grow your channel, just please consider it and make sure that you really believe that you understand what you're about to do before you pay for anything, right? And that includes here in the Tuber Chat channel. I try not to solicit memberships and super chats. It is not necessary. We always put channels on the screen that have not super chatted, that are not members, in every single stream we've ever done, because I insist on keeping everything open to everybody. Here, not everybody can super chat and membership and all that other thing, but I just want everybody to really put a lot of thought into paying to grow your channel. You can, and there are legitimate ways to do it, but you have to decide what you want after as well. So it's just an idea. And Backyard Trekker's done a lot of vertical live streams, for instance. Sometimes those can be explosive. I've been there with them when they've had some that have done really, really well. And you see that there's a mix of different numbers here. Like one live stream where we'll get like 300 views. But the very next day, live stream will get 3,000. They weren't on for 10 times the amount of time. You know what I mean? Vertical live streams often get pushed out in the shorts feed. It's a really different thing. So it's kind of cool. And I've seen a lot of creators doing really well. A couple of creators who came through the Tuber Chat family a couple of times have really taken off. There's a girl named Lisa's Got Style. She does vertical live streams. Trolls, she doesn't let them get to her, and she is doing fantastic, growing fast. There's another channel called Destined to Recover. She's on almost every single day. I'm so jealous because she can live stream while she works for like 8 hours a day in vertical live streams. She's hit almost 10,000 subscribers. She might have passed 10,000 now. So these are just ideas, but we have to think about what we want. And like I said, there's lots of people here willing to give lots of advice and opinions and things like that. I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do, but I wish everybody would talk to more than one person when you're thinking about doing anything substantial on your channel when it comes to strategy, and especially for paying for anything. So you can say, okay, this person said this, that person said that, and I'll decide. And forgive me for the long speech, but another example is in our video series where I talked to 5 different creators, 6 now, another episode is coming, but 5 different creators that we talked for an hour to 2 hours long, each one, about how to get over 10,000 subscribers, because they've all done it, right? They've all been part of the Superchat family, but I can tell you right now, they don't all have the exact same things to say, right? And if we put them all together, not everybody would agree on every single thing. And that's a good thing because you get different opinions, different perspectives, then you can make the right decision for your own channel. So I just want to put a lot of focus on this so that everybody understands how strongly I personally feel about it. And then Rambling with the Broom should be starting. Yeah, he's already on. So I've dropped the link a couple of times. Please say Tuberchat Raid when you go over there. I'll be over there too. We'll get through a few more channels here. It's okay that we go overtime because we're just raiding. Forgive me. Thank you to the moderators, though. I hope everybody will connect with our moderators and thank them for what they do because they help me make this look easy. But I will try to step on it now. So Backyard Trucker is most often going to take us on the road, but this creator does a lot of do-it-yourself videos, and they happen to be a truck driving small business owner. So I'm just going to grab their latest video. I can see I'm behind a few weeks here, and I'll put that in my catch-up list. That's the playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. We see shorts on this channel. They've done really well with dash cam footage. I mentioned this earlier, 14,000, 15,000, one at 136,000, my dear goodness. I don't want anybody to film while you're driving if it's going to be dangerous. Like, I know people I do the same thing. I put like a stand that is mounted to either the window or the dashboard, and then I can catch dash cam footage. But I have seen a few things, and it's usually when it's fire or police or ambulances and other things. You get what I mean? But they can get tons of views when it comes to shorts. Hundreds of thousands of views sometimes. Live streams as well. Backyard Truckers live all the time. So hopefully everybody will catch him. He's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter since the few years now. Backyard Trucker and Marketplace Boutique both have been with us at least 2 years. It could be getting on 3 by now. And then we're going to look at Ms. TT Mix Vlogs. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then I was just about to say something, and then I started laughing at the title on this video. This is amazing. She dropped her phone, so we went on a T-Mobile shopping adventure. That's fantastic. And great job with the thumbnails too, by the way. This creator is somebody I'm still getting to know, though. They've gone through a couple of changes with the name, but we recognize them. They've been to Tuberchat a few times now. I'm just going to grab the latest video, though. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I got to upgrade my phone. I'm using an iPhone 11, but it's starting to not charge properly all the time. There's going to be a day where the alarm doesn't go off in the morning. I'm going to get furious. And then I'm going to wish I had upgraded. So I probably got to do it soon. I try to get demand value out of every dollar spent, especially with tech gadgets like phones and computers and things like that. But at some point it becomes time. Shorts on this channel, which I'm still getting to know, by the way, feature more variety. They've gotten into 3,900, 6,200, one over 103,000. which is great to see. My goodness. The Siberian Wind, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then Miss TT Mix Vlogs has done some live streams as well. And they seem to be live a couple times a week, which is great. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. And we've got notification bells on for every single channel that's in the spirit that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as well, if that makes sense. I'm just dropping the link again. Please say Tuber Chat Raid when you go over to Rambling with the Brooms. We haven't raided him in a very long time, but he is a beloved and dedicated moderator here. He happens to be a fellow Canadian. He's what I consider a homesteading channel, but he brings a variety of content and always allows people to connect the same way we do here. Michael's Adventures also has a premiere running right now, so anybody that can watch two things at the same time. Michael's Adventures is on every night at 8 p.m. Eastern. John the Baptist Canada, good to see you in the house. I wonder if you've caught the Winter Festival of Lights, because I saw the lights have been on the last couple of days. Kristen reminded me that they usually put them on a little bit to get set up, and then they'll do the grand release in a week or two. I forget the date. But it's been cool to see that they're already out there. John's right here in Niagara Falls with me. We haven't met up yet, but they're on almost every day. Broke but Bountifully Blessed Carol is up on the screen, and this is a creator that's going to help us understand, how do they put this again? Social Security after retirement and learning to be able to live on a budget, let's just say. So very budget conscious. I'm just going to grab the latest video. It looks like they've got a collaboration and a giveaway here. I've put the latest video on my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. Broke but Bountifully Blessed Carol's a member here, so I had put them on the wheel as soon as we saw them in the chat. Members and moderators will always be re-added, even if I clean up the wheel a little bit through the stream. This creator's gotten now into over 1,100 views on one of these shorts, which is great. And then live streams on the channel as well. Up to a month ago, they were doing plenty of these. We'll see if they're going to continue. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for everybody. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I hope I said hello earlier, Gloria's Platter. I know she's been here for like half an hour or something like that. Cabarar Gaming, or pardon me, Cabarar Universe is now the name of our dear friend Cabarar Gaming. They've been with us many years as well, primarily doing video gameplay, but they're starting to mix things up, and they've done that before with another channel, but they're bringing us movies, music, shorts as well, and a lot of Grand Theft Auto, which I'm always happy to see. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. They put that out today. They've got shorts on the channel as well. They play many different video games and tend to do them in series, but look at how some of the shorts have done. 15,000, 48,000, 167,000 views on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. And they live stream frequently. They're always grateful for people that come into the chat. They always recognize everybody. And I see Trish the Natural coming in, so I'm going to get them on the wheel really quickly with Relax with Mel. I'm going to spin in a second here. I spun a little bit too, spun the wheel a little too quickly there. And then I hope everybody will come over and visit Rambling with the Brooms and possibly Michael's Adventures as well. They're both on right now. And please say Tuber Chat Raid when you go over to Rambling with the Brooms. We haven't raided him in a while, but I noticed right before we started today that he was going to be starting right after Tuber Chat. So I wanted to send him some love, so we'll go and do that together. I'll be over there in a few minutes as well. Relax with Mel is up on the screen, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Now over 2,000 subscribers, which is great to see. And they have done a few different things on the channel, but they've also evolved a little bit. They've changed things up. They got a banner that's fairly recent. I know they did this a few months ago, but music, mindful flow, crafts, And I see a haul video here from Temu, which I have only ever ordered once from Temu, but it turns out I'm going to be starting to order a little bit more over there. I wasn't disappointed with the stuff I got the first time. A short to start with. We'll see if they're going to continue those, and lots of live streaming up to even a couple weeks ago. I can't believe I missed this. I wanted so bad. I missed it by a week because I had the alarm set early, and then I missed the one that they did. So forgive me for that. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one if you're going to be live again soon. And then we'll spin just for fun for Trish the Natural. But thank you everybody again for the time that you spent today. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We get to as many as we can in about 3 hours. Thanks to our moderators, especially when I go out overtime unexpected like this. But I hope everybody will connect with all of their channels and thank them for what they do here, because I promise you they help me make this look easy. I make as many mistakes as anybody, maybe even more sometimes, and they help this. We wouldn't be able to do these the way that they are if it wasn't for their help, and they all allow you to meet more friends when you're on their channels as well. Trish the Natural is a creator that is going to bring us natural hair care, and now moving into even more variety with health, beauty, and lifestyle. This creator's always had a professional look on her channel with bright, bold headshots that again make her recognizable. We talked about that kind of thing before. But look at what you can expect on this channel. I think she's going to do really well in the long term with marketing or promoting and branding and recognizability, because when you roll over her videos, look at how natural that is. You get exactly what you expected when the video starts from the thumbnail, and I think that's going to help with retention. So Trish the Natural has got shorts on the channel as well, and these have gotten into 18,000, 28,000, 45,000 with a few celebrity shout outs there, and then live streams on the channel as well. And she's been known to collaborate. Her and I Am Betty J Gathers have been together singing and dancing and having a good time many times before. And Trish the Natural hopefully will do live streams again. I've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then In the Middle of a Forest, I'm just going to sneak your channel onto the screen quickly, and we'll see what they've got going on, and I'll be over and rambling with the brooms in a few minutes. I will run the outro today for 3 minutes so everybody can clean up their connections here, and we will be back on Monday, but I will see everybody in many chats and premieres and live streams over the weekend. In the Middle of a Forest is Carnivore Jerry. This creator's changed up the channel a little bit, but they have got quite a bit of information on the about section here, or at least a good statement to let us know what to expect. This creator gives us a chance to get to know them, but they also want to bring us some motivation and inspiration. They've got shorts on the channel. These have started to move into 22,000, one at 100,000, one at 143,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator is live streaming frequently, as a matter of fact. So that's great, and that's likely contributing to some of the rapid growth. So hopefully everybody will connect within the Middle of a Forest. We know her as Carnivore Jerry, just with a little bit of a change to the name there, and working on 1,600 subscribers. So let's make a quick exit. Thanks everyone, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a YouTuber looking to connect. Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.